Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Tom Rayleigh. Tonight, we have a one-shot scenario entitled Camp Sunny. It was written by Paul Fricker and Mike Mason. It's available as a free scenario download from the Chaosium website, and I am your game master. So, without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. It's been a good semester, but the workload has been tough. Despite the huge amount of work you still have on your plate, you have decided that a breakaway from the stress of college is just what the doctor ordered. So you went online to find a cheap place to stay for a few days. It's the off season and the cabin rates are reasonable. You find one that looks good, Camp Sunny, a small and quiet resort in the Great Lakes region. Exactly what you were looking for. You called and spoke to a Miss Fishburn and made reservations for a couple of cabins. You packed up the SUV, gathered your friends, and you were on your way. The five of you traveled north for about 100 miles when the damned SUV started to overheat. You pulled into a gas station along the way and refilled the water on your radiator after you allowed the engine to cool off for a bit. You bought some snacks and drinks and you were off again, but the engine kept overheating. You decided to take it easy and continue your journey, but only at about 40 miles an hour. Of course, it was dark by the time you arrived, and the last bit of the journey was not quite what the GPS had indicated, but eventually you saw the camp sign over the entrance and you knew you were there. It is just past 11 p.m. when you pull in and park next to the reception building. As you stop the engine, it coughs one last time and dies. You groan as you realize that you're going to have to deal with the SUV problem tomorrow. You all have sports bags with your clothing, you have snacks, and a case of beer in the SUV. You head to the reception. It's a single-story building with rustic design. There is a porch light and a couple of lights on inside. Just inside the door, there are a couple of chairs and a counter, behind which is a door leading into the office. Next to a mirror is a sign reading, opening time 7 a.m. There is a little counter stand with camp maps that look like they were printed years ago. On the counter is a little black button and a sign that reads, "If unattended, please press the button for service."
Ding, 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 ding. Like, hello?
Thanks, Jojo.
Well, you imagine that there's a buzzer or something going off somewhere. But there's nobody in this building other than you people right now. Might be a few minutes.
So, any of you happen to know how to fix an SUV?
Well, I can look at it later.
All right. Well, I just,
See what
yeah.
the issue is.
Otherwise, we'll have to call someone tomorrow morning. So, have to find make sure we can get a signal or find a phone for that.
Right.
So while you're standing there, you open up the map and you take a look at it. And you can see where the parking lot is and the office. You can see that there is a large clubhouse, a swimming pool, and the cabins, and then beach access. There are a number of picnic areas. There's a boathouse, and there is a playground probably for kids.
Oh, like, do we know which cabin we have or cabins?
You don't. So you're standing there impatient for maybe 5 minutes or so, and you can hear like the crunching on the walkway outside as someone is approaching. You don't hear them coming around to the front where you are, but maybe going towards the back of the building. You then can hear a door opening somewhere, and then a rather heavy footfalls on the wooden floor that you yourselves are standing on. The door in front of you opens. and a gentleman steps forward. I would like to send you each a description of your first impression.
Thanks.
The man comes in rather seriously. He comes in, he takes a look at you, and he says, you have reservations?
Yes, we do.
Let's see. Yeah, I've got them right here. Let's see. Let's get the paperwork done here really quick. So we were expecting you because we had a call earlier. I'll tell you what, I can give
Vehicle
you.
trouble.
I can give you your choice. You got. We've got 12 cabins in all. Some of them are occupied currently. The cabins to the left-hand side, there are 8 of them. There's a couple of people, family, staying over there. There's 4 cabins to the right. There's nobody staying in them right now. What would you prefer?
I say take the empty cabins if they're on offer.
Yeah. Let's
Might as
let's
well.
not get the ones near the families. I could be a bit of a
Alright.
downer if there are screaming kids about.
All right.
How many do we
let's-
book?
It says here 2. Going to share cabins. There's plenty of room in there.
Maybe 3 and 4.
Well, those are the ones that where the families are.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking
You
at the other
want you
side
want
then.
9 and 10?
Sure.
All right, I'll give you 9 and 10.
Oh, that'd be great.
It's fairly late, but folks, if you want to get yourselves all settled in and get yourselves some sleep. It's probably been a long ride.
Well,
Right, thank you, Harold.
Well, why don't I take you outside and I'll show you which way to go.
sure. Do we
and,
need a key or
Oh yeah. And he gives you 1 key for each cabin. And he then walks you out of the office and around the side of it, and you're kind of in between the cabin and the clubhouse and the office. And he shows you just go right down here and make a right-hand turn. You'll see the cabins on your left. I'll say it, if you need anything, you can ring the buzzer and we'll come. But it is late.
Yeah, sure.
Understood.
Yeah,
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks for your help, Harold.
folks.
thanks.
And
Thank
he
you,
goes
Harold.
back into the office probably to finish up the paperwork and stuff. And then he's
Toodaloo.
gone. All right. So
God,
Jeez, what a
Alan,
weirdo.
you see him? He was cute.
There's strange oil whiff about him as well,
Cute.
like rotting fish.
Are you
Maybe.
crazy?
Fish. I didn't smell fish.
Oh, it was palpable. I feel it seeping into my pores.
Really?
Maybe it's
Yeah.
you.
I don't know. There was
Maybe.
there was some kind of smell.
Yeah, a bit musky.
Yeah, he was a weirdo, that guy. Well, I guess that's
Whatever.
what happens when you live out in the woods for too long. You go funny. You stop bothering.
You said it.
Nothing wrong with the woods.
So, it's not going to be far to your cabins, but as you're walking, everybody do spot hidden for me.
Sure.
Spot hidden.
Nope.
Ah,
Ooh. I got a 19. So hard.
oh no, fail.
Oh, sorry. No, not hard. Just regular.
Okay.
Regular pass here.
Yeah, regular.
So those of you that pass, you kind of notice that you get what you pay for. You guys got cheap cabins and everything. Campground's not really in great repair. You can see that there's peeling paint here and there. You can see that there's overgrown grass and weeds in places. Of course, this is before the season starts, so maybe they just haven't given the camp a once over for maintenance. You're walking past the clubhouse, and you notice that there is music coming from inside, and you can see light peeking through the windows. There seem to be heavy curtains drawn. It sounds like maybe, a sock hop kind of music, like 1950s music that's playing inside. And you occasionally see people pass by the curtains. You can see the light. There must be some sort of a thing going on in the room. You guys are tired. You can continue on and go to your rooms or do whatever you want at this point. You also have to get the stuff out of your car.
Might as well do that first, get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drop off our
might as well.
luggage and then wheel the SUV, put it in neutral and wheel it in.
Sounds great. I'll help with the bags.
Yeah.
But you can't
Watch
bring
out
that.
for wood.
The SUV has to stay in the parking lot.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
okay.
Oh, so it is in the parking lot.
It is in the parking lot. Yeah.
Okay. That's good.
Watch out for wood louse, Jojo. Gotta be plenty in these old log cabins.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
So you're
I
gonna
wanna
get your stuff.
swim and go.
All right.
Has anyone got
So-
a signal?
I
I don't know. Do we?
Do we have signals
don't know what you mean. Signal.
on our cell phones?
Oh, I don't think you have cell phones yet. It's 2002.
Oh, okay.
We have.
Oh, okay.
So. Oh, okay.
I've got my Motorola flip phone with a
Yeah.
pull-out antenna.
But I
Big
did
calculator
check.
phones.
You do have. You
You
do
get
have
smacked
GPS.
with those. They hurt a lot.
All right. So you're gonna get your stuff and head to your cabins.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Yes,
just drop
indeed.
off all the luggage.
Well,
All
let's
right.
look at the damage.
You head to your cabins. The cabins are reasonably clean. There are 3 beds in each cabin. All the lights work, except in one of the bathrooms of one of your cabins, the light bulb doesn't work. There is plenty of firewood for a fire, and it looks like maybe for one night. Probably get more tomorrow. And they seem reasonably well. The sheets are clean. Most people usually sleep in a sleeping bag on top of it.
Just to clarify, who actually owns the SUV?
I don't know. You guys can decide that. Whose SUV is it?
Who's got the highest driving skill?
Or
It's not me.
50. I'll own it.
Oh.
All right, here you go. Party wagon.
You can use my car
Figures
anytime, fell
made.
buddy.
figures like you didn't keep it up to shape.
Thanks, Nate.
Leave a creepy crawly in your bed tonight.
Or Nath.
Let me guess,
Please.
Nate, you packed a lot of hard liquor, I'm guessing.
None for you, of course.
Like, whatever, sure.
Just me and my buddy Phil, isn't that right? I give him a big old slap on the back.
Yeah, I hope. Well, yeah, I hope you have. I don't think there's going to be much else to do here unless you like rock and roll music.
It takes you about 15 minutes or so. You get all of your stuff into your room. Mostly you're very tired. You can pile it in the corner if you want. It's probably now about 11:30, 11:45. What do you guys want to do?
I'm pretty tired. I don't know. maybe call it a night.
Are we not gonna
Maybe
roast
look at the
marshmallows?
stars.
Yeah, after all that car trouble, have a beer and go to bed. Sounds good.
Maybe you want to introduce ourselves to the neighbors. Looks like they're having a wee shindig in the club.
At
Yeah,
this
let's
hour?
go look.
At
Just to
this
say
hour?
hello.
Yeah, say hello.
Well, there was
See
Tom.
what's
There
up.
was music coming from the clubhouse, wasn't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Might as well just go and say hello, if you want to. That is.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, I guess so. Hey, I mean, Thursday night, first thing in the morning, you're gonna have to phone someone about that car.
Yeah, that's true.
So, no idea how long it might take to get someone to come up here to look at that.
Yeah, take a poke at it.
All right. So you walk over to the clubhouse, and you can hear that it's whatever the party is. It must be really swinging. You can hear there must be dancing going on because you can hear, everything's made out of wood, so you can hear the sort of vibrations on the wooden floor. You step up onto the porch, and you open up the door. The doors are glass in the front, and you can see that there's a little lobby, like right inside the door, and then there are smoked, whatever I want to say, like fogged glass going into the main body of the room. But the second that you open up the door and step into the lobby, two things happen. One is everything suddenly goes dead silent. And then there is a very strange noise, almost like furniture being moved. And it only lasts for a couple of seconds, and then the lights go out. And the place is dead silent before you can get to the door, the fog door.
Well,
Who hit
that's
the
sure
switch?
strange.
I'm
Well, that's
guessing
weird.
this is a private party.
Anyone got a flashlight by any chance? Anyone bring one from their luggage?
I think it's packed in the luggage. I don't have it with me, though.
You can see there are wall switches.
All right,
And
I'll
it's
walk over
it's
and
dark
flip
in
one.
here.
You
Are
flip
they
on-
within? Yeah, go ahead.
Well, yeah, right inside the door there are switches.
Okay, yeah.
That's,
Yeah,
That's
just reach in and flick one.
You flick them on, and the lights come on inside the building.
see anything?
Well, I'll walk in.
That's
All
true.
right. Rydell, you walk over to the glass window, I mean the fogged glass doors, and you push them open, and you're looking into an large empty room. Looks like it's
Anyone in here?
used. Nothing. Nobody in there at all.
That's dead strange.
I'll
Is
step
there
to
anything
the
in there,
side
like
of the building.
beer bottles or?
Nothing.
Is there any dust on the floor?
Nothing. Nope. It's nice and clean. Ready for
I
a
step
party.
to the
but-
side.
Okay, Jojo.
Do I see anything up the side of the building? I kind of go to the corner. Or is anyone like running out
Nope.
from behind the building?
There's nobody there.
Huh. Weird. Could have swore I heard music in here.
Well,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
did.
there
I
was
heard
definitely
it.
music. Yeah, we all heard the music.
Lights were on too. We didn't miss that.
True. Yeah.
Maybe we're just
Obviously,
like,
it's haunted.
yeah, definitely. We're probably just dehydrated.
Jojo, do a spot hidden.
Like for sure. That's a total miss.
No, you when you look outside, it's dark. There's like the yellow sodium lamps, the old-fashioned kind here and there to sort of cast some light for people to walk. Not really enough of them to see everything. But no, it's the same night as it was. There's stars out, which you can see out through the trees, and you hear crickets and frogs chirping.
What's the wiring look like on the light switches?
I mean, fairly modern.
All right.
You know.
I want to see if there is the possibility of a short. in the
Well,
system there
no,
or
but
something.
you because you asked, you figure out that the lights can be turned on from inside or outside
Hmm.
the club room itself. They're double switches. Double
Okay.
switches. So you just turned them on again from just inside the door.
It could be someone just playing a prank. Or some kids being dumb. You said there were families here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
I think you can all do a sanity roll just to see if you're unnerved by the whole
Ooh.
incident.
Nah, it's probably just some kids messing around.
Pass 11.
Weird.
That's a hard pass for me.
If you fail, just take one sanity roll.
Anyway,
Guess they're not a fan of strangers.
Do you want to go down?
What was that?
Allie, do you want to go down to the pier and see the water? Maybe see
Sure.
where we can lay out and catch some sun tomorrow on the beach?
Sure,
Keep
yeah.
thinking.
Beautiful sky.
Quick walk before bed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Nice to have like a beer just before bed.
Yeah.
I'd grab your flashlights first.
Of course.
All right.
It was probably just one person listening to something on the PA or something.
Oh, it's a beautiful moonlit night. We don't need flash.
Oh,
Let's
I
start.
mean, if you say so.
You're breaking up a lot, Stuart.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Well, no,
We
she's
tried.
still getting it. She's still getting over her breakup.
All right, so you're going to head down to the beach. You walk along, and you're walking past the playground. The playground, like the rest of the grounds, not in great condition. You can see that there is grass growing under the slide, and there's one of those turny, spinny things that kids play on, and some jungle gym. Some of the jungle gym looks a little rusty, not in great condition. There is a hedge that sort of separates the upper camp from the beach area. You find that once you get past the hedge, there are no longer any lights, except with the exception of the boathouse. You can see there's a single sodium light down by the beach house. So it's not that hard to find.
So is there a path that we can easily see our way down with the
Yeah,
moonlight
pretty
and the
much.
lights?
You can see where it's been walked, so it's not
that's fine.
not overgrown.
Yeah, we don't
All
need
right.
any more light.
You walk down onto the beach, and when you get to the beach, at first it's rather rocky, lots of smooth rocks, large ones. Then they get smaller, and then they turn to sand as you get to the beach. The boathouse has a lock on it. The lock itself looks like it probably hasn't been opened for a while. And there's a little pier that sticks out into the lake. It is quite lovely. The moon is shining down on the lake. The lake is relatively still. You can see that there are a couple of chairs down at the end of the pier, maybe just to sit in and take in the view. Lake Superior is massive. So You can see the shore on either side going around, but you can't see the other side. The other side is miles and miles away.
What sort of beach is it? Is it a sand beach or a pebble beach?
It's pebble up towards the top of it, and it's sand towards the water. Although it's kind of a grayish sand, not so yellow as I drew the picture.
So a gravelly sand.
Gravelly sand, but soft.
Oh, that's perfect. Couple blankets, lay out, little suntan lotion. This would be great, Allie.
Yeah, sure. I'm down. Any of you want to join us tomorrow?
Go for
I
a
might.
swim.
Depending on how warm the water gets. I doubt it's going to get very warm.
Yeah, lake water's pretty cold usually.
Don't even necessarily go in, but
It's been
Sometimes lake water
ages
is
since I've
warm
swam.
on the surface. You don't want to go down deep.
Oh,
Yeah, it's about 7 to 12 feet before you can feel it.
All right. So at some point, you guys go back to your cabins, obviously, your bed. Next morning, you wake up. By now, you've sort of settled in. You all have pretty good nights. The air is nice and fresh out here. The sound of crickets is a little annoying if you live in the city, but you kind of get used to it eventually. It puts you to sleep. So now you've woken up. You feel pretty good. In fact, you find you wake up earlier than what you would normally wake up. The sun is just coming up as you're getting up. What would you guys like to do? Now, you guys are expected to feed yourselves. There's not like a restaurant or a kitchen or anything here.
I'll put on the morning coffee for everyone.
All right.
Okay,
Thanks, Sergio.
While you're brewing the coffee, I'll go for a little walk. I might just go for a walk along the beach, see what it looks like during the day, whether the water looks okay to swim in or whether it looks polluted or something.
Right.
Just get the atmosphere.
Yeah. Hey, and if
Nice
you want
time of day.
to look at your car.
Yeah, I as far as I know about them, I know how to drive them and not much else. But
I
maybe
can take a poke at it.
Oh, okay, good stuff. And failing that, reception probably has a phone.
Do you have any tools?
Do I?
I don't know, just the usual things that you'd have in your car.
Yeah.
You just said that you don't know how to repair cars, so probably
Okay.
nothing more than jumper cables.
Well, maybe we can check with with Fishburn if he's got any.
Yeah, Harold.
Stuff.
Yeah, he probably does. Seems like a guy that would keep that sort of thing.
Yeah.
All right, that's our plan then. Whenever we get a chance, we'll head over and to the reception or to the car.
Try and get the number of a mechanic or a garage or something while you're there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, in case I can't get it.
Cool. I'm just gonna go and skim some stones.
All right. So Mick, you're heading to, or Phil, you're heading towards the beach.
Yeah.
Nate and Rydell, you're heading towards the car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I guess I'll stay with Jojo.
Allie and Jojo, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I'll finish up with the coffee, and whatever Phil's favorite morning drink was in the morning, I'll prepare that and bring it down to him at the beach.
All right, and I guess after we wrap up there, I'll go meet up with the boys at the car.
Okay. So after a bit of that, we'll do the car first. You head over to the car. It's still only about 6:30 a.m. So there's nobody in the office yet. You take a look at the engine and you don't have a clue. What the hell? Anything could be wrong.
Well, it was overheating, right?
Yeah.
We knew it was the radiator. That was part of the problem.
She might
Any
have
holes or dings? Is it rusted through?
Do you have a mechanical roll?
I do.
All right, do that.
Oh, come on.
You don't see any.
10 luck.
Oh,
No, I'm not going to spend 10 luck on
you
that.
don't see any dings, but it could be.
It might be something more internal.
You know what? I've seen a couple of car shows. I'll have a wee look. What way does it work with rolling 2 separate rolls for the one thing? Is there like a penalty, I assume?
Do you have a mechanical roll?
I have base 10.
Just go ahead and try. If you get it.
Let's do it. No, that's a 98. I break the car even more.
Yeah. You stick your. What is this thing here?
I suppose if he's gonna take a crack at it, I could push the roll.
I'd be careful. I spelled some coffee in there.
Well, if there's coffee in there, that might be corroding it. Let's unbolt the top here, and so I'm gonna take off the radiator and look at it, and that's me pushing the roll. That's a 1.
Oh,
Nice.
wow. Are you serious?
That's
Hell
a 1.
yeah.
After doing some serious examination, you can definitely see that there is a leak in the radiator. So it's been constantly losing water as you've been going.
Was it caused by coffee?
Probably
corroded
not.
by coffee.
Probably battery acid or something like that. All right, Phil, you're walking along the beach. As you say you started where you started before, you can see that there might be some equipment inside the boathouse, but the like I said, it's padlocked. The beach is relatively clean. You can see evidence of other camp vacationers that have left detritus here and there on the beach, and nothing major.
The water looks okay. There's not any like
the water
or
is
anything
very
like that.
blue. Yeah, there's no deposits of algae or scum, and it looks pretty deep. Well, it is deep. It's fairly steep down into the water. You feel the temperature, and it's chilly. It's definitely not. We're still coming out of the spring, so the water's pretty cold. It hasn't had all summer to warm up, but it might be refreshing.
Okay.
You also realize that it's a fairly private beach. You don't see any other houses or cabins in either direction along the side. You think that you might be on the edge of I think it's the Porcupine Wilderness area. So this may be a leftover from before that was established. And so grandfather status, they can't move it, but they're not selling any of the property on either side. So you're fairly isolated.
Okay, I'm just having a look at the map. I'll just just take a leisurely stroll down the beach, and then back through the picnic area.
Okay.
And back to the cabin.
And what you notice, of course, is that the picnic area is just as a little overgrown. The picnic tables could use some nice fresh coat of paint. There's weeds. You can see in one of the trees there's an old hornet's nest. That's probably all the hornets are dead from the winter, but it's still hanging there. You don't see any activity. And you're walking back towards, actually you're heading back towards where cabin 5 is, along that path.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Allie, you've gone over and you've joined Rydell and Nate as they are working on their car, or not working on it. And Jojo, you have gone back down to the beach with a nice warm cup of something Phil really likes. Not sure what. And you're by the boathouse, and you're looking down the beach, and you don't see him anywhere.
Phil. I'll go down. I'll go down to the beach, the boathouse, and take a look around.
You don't see him. You do see fresh footprints, though, heading west along the beach towards the other end.
I'll go. I will follow the footprints.
Okay.
While enjoying my morning coffee and bringing a thermos of Phil's favorite hot morning breakfast beverage.
All right. I would like you to do a spot hidden. Yeah, I thought it might be that.
Oh, look at that. Another fail. Go figure.
All right.
Gee, the water sure looks lovely.
So you're walking along. You follow the footprints fairly well, and you see where they go back up onto a path going into the woods, past the picnic area. And just about this, you can see Phil far up ahead of you on the path. And you get his attention and you catch up to him.
Okay.
So you're entering the camp, past the restrooms, past 5, 4, 6, and 3, and so forth. And as you are walking in cabin 3, you can hear a man, and he seems to be having an argument. You believe probably with his wife. And you can hear kids making noise. It's not a loud argument, but he's just not that pleased with the accommodations. And she's trying to placate him. The door opens and you see the kids come running out. There's a little boy and a little girl. Little boy looks like he's about 12. Little girl looks like she's quite a bit younger, maybe 7 or 8 years old. They're just running around. They see you, they run towards you, but then they giggle and they run past you. You hear a male voice yell out, "Stay near the cabins," or something like that. But nobody comes out. Nobody else comes out. I assume that you keep going. Or...
Yeah, well, in lieu of anything happening, yeah.
All right.
I guess go back to the cabin.
So you're heading back.
In search of breakfast.
You are walking past the playground, the clubhouse, and back towards your cabins. All right. Nate, Rydell, and Allie, what are you doing? You've identified the problem, but you have no way of knowing how to fix it other than bubble gum.
Good find, babe.
Yeah. Can't really do much about it, though. I mean, we can keep filling it up on the way back, but...
How are you going to get to start?
Water's cheaper than gas. Well, I mean, if it's just the radiator, then it should start up all right. Does it start?
I'll get in and try it.
You try to turn it over, and it gives you a lot of that sort of noise. You're not
Okay.
sure if there's something else wrong.
Yeah, let's not flood it.
That's going to be more than the radiator. Crap.
Well, what do you think? Shall we go speak to that Harold fella and see if he knows any local mechanics or?
Probably a good idea.
Yep.
All right.
Harold Burntfish.
Fishburn.
Fish.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I like Rydell's better.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys are going to head to the reception office?
Yeah, and ring the buzzer.
All right. You get to the reception right about 7 o'clock. But there's nobody there.
Ding.
You gonna buzz for him? All right.
Yeah.
So you buzz for him, and it takes a while, maybe 15 or 20 minutes. And you see him coming down the path from his house. And he's, good morning.
Morning.
Hey Harold, how are you doing? Sorry to disturb you. You wouldn't happen to have the number of any local mechanics? I'm having a bit of trouble with my SUV.
Oh, you're having car trouble?
Yeah.
Oh, well, come on inside.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
He goes back into his office for a few minutes, and he comes back, and he says, "There's a mechanic in the town about 50 miles away. Pete Sampson. I can have him come up here and take a look. He's pretty good."
We'd appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'll give him a call. It might take him a couple of hours to get up here. It's not that far. It's just he might have other stuff going on.
Yeah.
But
Right.
why don't
That's
you guys
understandable.
just go enjoy yourselves, and we'll get you all fixed up.
Thanks, Harold.
Awesome.
You're in
Thanks, Harold.
you're in 9 and 10.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right. All right. Have a good day.
Thanks, Harold.
Now let's go see if anything remains of that coffee.
All right. So you all end up back in the cabin. You're having coffee. You're having your breakfast that Jojo and Ellie made. It's good. And now you've got your day ahead of you. What would you guys like to do?
Did you see anything nice to paint, Phil?
Well, I mean, it's okay. It's all quite picturesque, I guess. It's not maybe the kind of thing I would paint, but yeah, it's nice. I mean, the water looked quite nice over the lake.
I wonder if we should go hiking to try to find a subject for a good picture for you. Painting.
Yeah, I could do. I mean, it might be worth just going around exploring the place.
Yeah, like we used to. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Is everyone up for that? Maybe before. What do you think, Allie? Like before we stretch out on the beach, go for a morning hike?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going for a little exploring.
Yeah.
Maybe, checking out the local wildlife.
Let the water warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
Good idea, Rydell. Right out.
Make sure to bring our emergency beers. Nothing like rock climbing and drinking.
I don't think there are any rock walls, but sorry, go ahead.
I did point out the rocky cliffs on either side of the beach. They're not that rock. It's just they're not beach.
Right.
So
Would it be possible to jump off the rocky cliffs into the water?
no,
Darn.
not that kind of cliffs.
Sounds like fun climbing for later on if there's no little challenging climb down the path.
Maybe.
Yeah, it'd be good to get an idea of the layout of the place there at the very least. So I guess it'd be good for that.
What sort of temperature is it outside?
This morning, it's comfortably chilly, and
Okay.
you know that in an hour or two it'll warm up and get possibly even too warm in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I was thinking that. A brisk morning walk before it gets too warm.
So can we go northeast of where our cabins are, basically taking us off the map to the top edge along the beach? Is that hikeable?
Do you mean where the cliffs are?
Yeah. Like are there paths like hiking trails out that way, or are they more south?
There's no trails, but I mean you can make your way in that direction. You're going to be wending your way through tall grass and
Oh, yeah. There's nothing to fear about getting a little lost out here in the middle of the woods by ourselves. Let's do it.
Well,
Should at
we're not by
we
ourselves.
should
There's
at least
five of
be
us.
we should at least be back in about 2 hours
Yeah,
in case the mechanic shows up early.
good idea.
How many beers for 2 hours? That's 2. Carry the 1.
Okay, when you, so I'm going to assume that you're going to come out of your cabins, and instead of going to your right, you'll go to your left, and then you'll go through the woods to the cliffs and walk along the cliffs. So as you come out of your cabins and you start to walk a little bit on the path, you can see the Fishburns house farther down the path. It looks a little nicer. It looks still just the one story, but it's a log cabin sort of affair. Fairly big, roomy. Obviously, they live here year round. As you are walking, you notice a woman come out of the house, and she is hanging laundry on a wire. I guess she does her laundry that way. And you all have this impression of her. Let me send this to you. You see her hanging up her clothes. She has a laundry basket. And she sees you as you guys are walking and gives you a wave and smiles, and then walks back into the house.
Ugh. Egads. What's Harold doing with a girl like her?
Man, she's a catch.
Really?
Certainly an odd couple.
He seems nice.
Now, Allie's a catch, Rydell.
Thank you. Yeah, I think you all need to get your eyes checked. I mean, like, do you even want to touch that nasty dress?
I look at my beer.
Eh,
Oh, that explains. Okay, I'm sorry.
I think the color was nice.
That explains it.
Yeah, it was, kind of summery.
Yeah.
I'm
All
sure
right.
she's a nice person, but oh my God, first impressions like egads. Ugh.
Yeah, why are women so hard on other women? Weird.
I don't know.
Definitely not jealousy.
All right, so you guys leave the path and head towards the rocks. You get there, and what we're talking about is basically the grass gives way to rocks, and the rocks drop down maybe 15 feet
Right.
to the water. And they're a little slimy looking right near the water. Obviously they're going to accumulate some algae and stuff like that. But for the most part, they're dry, and you're just 15 feet above the water at that point. The property goes on for a ways, but it gets kind of thick. Lots of trees and lots of underbrush. There are no paths going along this direction, at least not for very far.
So there's no real clear way forward.
Not really. I mean, you could follow like maybe deer paths or something like that if you really want to, and you really can't get lost because Lake Superior.
Yeah. Well, if we go to the beach area or the edge of the lake, is that clear enough to kind of hike up the coast?
No, I mean, once again, it comes to a point where it's just rocks into the water.
Oh, okay. Cliffy rocks right in the water.
Right.
Got it.
So were you going to walk then back the other way towards the beach again?
Yeah.
Just loop back around, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you're heading back to the beach, back to the boathouse area. And I would like you all to do a spot hidden.
99.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
8.
89.
08.
That is a fail. From
Nice, Phil.
So
So
Phil,
one guy made it.
I have an artist's eye.
well, indeed you do, because in all of the contrasting colors, there is something bright red, kind of near the boathouse, half buried in the sand. And you
Oh,
notice it because it's so bright red. And I don't mean blood red, I mean like bright fire engine red.
Oh,
Small, something
I'll
small.
sidle over and have a look and see what it is.
All right, you go over there, and what you realize it is it's a little red bucket, like the kind that a kid might play with in the sand. It's half buried in the sand.
Well, that was a bit disappointing. I'll give it a kick.
Okay.
That's what you
So
do. I'll kick the bucket.
you guys are all walking up to where Phil is, and you see the red bucket.
Is this going to turn out to be the Call of Cthulhu scenario that will become known as the one with the landmine?
If only. Well, if it's not, I'm writing that and making that one. But anyway.
it's not only the bucket that's red.
All right, I'll kick it.
All right, so you wheel back your foot and you give it a good swift kick, and the bucket half flies through the air as sand sort of splatters when you kick it. Everybody do, well, except for Phil, everybody do a spot hidden.
Oh, nailed it. Hard. Spot hidden.
99.
Yep.
Yeah, I got an extreme as well.
Okay, so
It's just a bucket.
so Rydell and Allie, you watch the bucket fly.
Nah.
Jojo, what was that?
Oh, never mind. Yeah.
Jojo and Nat, you're looking down at the spot where the bucket was, and this is what you see. A severed human hand.
Huh?
What?
Oh,
What?
shit.
What? Are you
Ow.
okay, Jojo? Whoa! Oh!
It's a hand. Oh my god.
I'm going to poke it with my boot. Is it real?
Yes, it's real.
It's not like a Halloween prop.
Nope, it's definitely
Bit out
real.
of season for a Halloween prop.
Allie, do a medicine roll.
Yeah, I was to say, can I? Yeah, and then I assume probably to see maybe how long it's been here or something like that.
Has
Yeah,
to be
don't.
And then
It's a prank. Has to be
probably
a prank.
sanity roll maybe after this. No, unfortunately I got a 73, which fails. Why not? I'll spend the 12 luck to make that a pass. Oh wait, no, actually, sorry. It is medicine. So yeah, it'll be 12. I'll do that. So I'm at 42 or 43.
Okay. You look closer at it using your medical expertise.
Mm-hmm.
It's odd. It's odd because based on certain clues that you're looking at it, you'd say it's decomposing for maybe a week. However, although there's a lot of damage here, as if it was ripped off or severed or bitten off somehow, the hand itself is in really good condition. I mean, there's no lacerations, there's no cuts, there's no splits, and it's wearing an odd ring, a gold ring with a strange symbol on it.
Gold ring, eh?
Can I use history or anthropology to kind of get more out of that ring, what I might know about it? Or
Sure.
I mean, this thing's been here for at least a week, guys.
Oh, there we go. 89. Blew both.
Gross. Should we call
Wait.
someone?
So it's real?
Yeah. Yes, it's real.
Oh
I
my
it's-
God.
it's-
Choke
Yeah.
on my drink.
Ugh.
You should totally call someone. You need to go to the Fishburns and let them know.
How do we know that they didn't put it here?
The fish. What are you watching? Too many of those scary movies? They need to know this is their place. Like, oh my God.
Why was it under a bucket? I mean, if someone was going to get rid of it, they'd bury it or throw it in the lake, or.
I
Yeah,
suppose. I mean,
I mean, if it's under a bucket, it's like someone was saving it for something.
yeah, the hand itself is mostly fine. It's just that it was severed, like rather viciously.
Can I have a closer look at the ring? Does it definitely look like it's made of gold?
Yes, it does. It's not tarnished in any way.
Well, this is
I mean,
horrible.
that's probably worth money.
Ooh.
This is horrible. I'm going to let the Fishburns know.
If
Yeah,
any of you
that's
have,
probably right.
if any of you have a cult, you can roll that.
Oh, let's see. Am I a culty?
Sure. No.
A cult. Ooh, I do. Yeah. Oh, 22. I made it.
Was a call from Mr. Scam likely?
So I nailed my cult roll.
All right. It looks like something occult. It's got a kind of a star on it and some little
Gas.
symbols, but
It-
you don't know you don't know if it's witchcraft or satanic or some other thing. It doesn't look like a traditional pentagram.
This doesn't look like a traditional pentagram. This is a culty.
You know what that is. That's. I'll tell you now. I know what that is. That's going to be like one of those like weird like frat boys skull and bones things.
Oh, yeah.
What it is.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Yeah,
kind of
like
weird
the
fraternity thing.
Damma Kappa Celta, you must take the sacred artifact and yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
So you're thinking,
well, I'm thinking it's probably worth money. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
well, yeah,
and
but how did it get here?
No one's
I'm
gonna
pretty.
miss it, are they?
This was definitely a man's hand too, so I mean, it would. I'm not saying for
Frat-
sure that you're right, but it would line up with the
Frat
frat
initiation gone wrong, or
thing. It
what?
could, yeah, it could be
The-
something to do with that.
I mean,
Which-
it can't be like a robbery, because if someone chopped off someone's hand, they would have taken that ring.
Oh yeah. I mean, maybe this is some kind of weird animal attack, and then somebody
Maybe.
took the hand. Maybe they're coming back for it. Why would you put it under a bucket like you said? That doesn't make.
Yeah, that is weird. Hey, you know,
Maybe the kids
I'm-
found it and they put the bucket over it.
Oh.
look, I mean, you know, shoot me down if you want, but I'm just going to put it out there and say it that, like, if we sold that to a pawn store, we'd probably get enough from that ring to pay for getting the car fixed.
I mean,
I'm just saying that. I mean, I'm not
You're
probably
not
find somewhere better to sell.
wrong.
not saying that we should pull a ring off a dead set
Or
of
we-
hand, but
We could also find who it
Gold
belongs
ring.
to and sell it back to them for even more than a
That's-
pawn shop would give us.
yeah.
Let's go see. Let's go
If
see
only
if
there
the
was some sort of
Fishburns know anything
online
about it first.
marketplace that we could use to sell it.
Been a few years.
It'd be a
Huh.
great idea.
Yeah, that is an idea.
So, what would you like to do?
Oh, did you get the message,
Oh,
Keeper?
I'm sorry. Okay, so
That was
Joj-
minutes ago.
Jojo runs off to the Fishburns.
Yeah.
Jojo, you run up. Are you running to the office or are you running to the house?
Oh, to the house where I saw Mrs. Fishburne before. Or
Okay.
the lady from the Fishburne's house.
All right. As you approach, as I said, it's a fairly big place. It's once again there's a lot of disrepair around it. You go up onto the porch and you knock on what looks like a screen door, and after a moment, the woman in the yellow dress appears, and she's like, "Oh, can I help you?"
Oh my God, we found a severed hand down on the beach near the pier. It was underneath a red bucket. Oh my God, it's horrible.
You're saying there's a oh my goodness. Let me go get my husband. Whereabouts on the beach?
Right there. Right
Near the boathouse?
there. Yes.
All
and
right.
I point exactly.
I'll meet you there in a few moments. And she immediately, she's got like an apron on. She cleans her hands and then she starts heading towards the.
I'll hang out there. I'm not going to head back. I don't want to.
Well, you see her go along the path and head on over towards the reception area, and she goes inside. And after a couple of minutes, the two of them come back out, and they start heading towards you. Harold says, "Now, what's this? You say you found somebody's severed hand?"
Uh-huh.
All right, let's go take a look. We might have to call the police. Call the sheriff. So he walks down there with you. So the rest of you now see Jojo coming along the path with the Fishburns. And
probably stop poking it with that stick.
Mr. Fishburne comes walking up, takes a look down at it, and he goes, "Yep, that's a severed hand. I'm going to have to call the sheriff, get him down here. Why don't you folks go ahead and go back about your business? I'm so sorry for this. If there's something I can do, can I bring a case of beer over to your place? I don't want you to be upset."
I know Nate's answer to that.
It's probably.
I mean, if you're insisting, yes, that'd be really nice. Thank you.
I can't imagine how this happened. Maybe gangsters or something. You never know what's going to wash up on the beach. So he turns around with his wife, and you see them split. She goes back to the house, and he goes on to the reception. So what do you guys want to do?
Did it look like it had been in water at all, or?
Well, it's moist. Yeah, from.
Was there blood or anything around the other areas?
Just around
Nearby?
the severed end. Oh no, there's no blood anywhere else on the beach. He's probably right. Maybe it washed up. Maybe some gangsters got his hand cut off, and
Maybe it was in the bucket, and the bucket just kind of floated to the beach.
Well, how close was the hand to the water? Like, we're talking 5 feet,
10
20 feet?
10 feet.
10 feet. Yeah,
above the water, above the high tide.
Oh, above the high tide line.
Yeah. I'd say
this lake has tides. I'm thinking the lake doesn't.
It's big enough.
It's big enough that it does. Yeah.
Yeah, big enough to have tides. Okay.
No, they're not as big as the ocean's tides, but yes, it still has tides.
Was the bucket not full of sand as well as the hand?
It was. Now I'm trying to let you envision this, that the bucket was kind of sunk in the sand like that.
Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily put there like that. It was a little crooked. Could have washed up.
And Phil gave the bucket a real good manly football kick.
Yeah.
Sailing through the air.
revealing the landmine underneath.
I mean, the bucket only went 10 feet. It's just over there.
The bucket was full of sand, so it couldn't. Would the tide? Well, yeah, I guess the tide would have scooped up the sand. I was gonna say if there was sand in the bucket, then it wouldn't have floated; it would have just sank.
Mm-hmm.
But now, Allie, you're saying the hand wasn't bloated, or it didn't look like it was in the water for long, if at all,
No,
right?
it could have been. It does look moist. I mean, it looks like it's at least a week old.
The odd
So
thing
I wonder
for
there'd
Allie
be
was
reportings of an horrible accident.
Sorry, yeah.
the odd thing, Allie, is that there was no damage to the hand other than where it
Right.
was severed.
Yes, that was also something I mentioned. Is that it looked rather JoJo. It was fine. I mean, it was just that it was viciously ripped off. Other than that, it was a perfectly fine man's hand.
Like there was some form of like preservative in the sand.
No, I just mean that like there wasn't any other damage. Like it wasn't like somebody fought back. It wasn't like it got ripped off, and then scraped or anything. It was just the tearing.
Like a clean cut.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a clean cut. It was just that it was.
What if it got
clean
tore
other than
off
that.
by some? What if it got tore off by some machinery or something, like a
Well, that's
nasty
the thing.
fishing accident?
I would expect there to be other cuts and little things on the hand if it was a nasty fishing accident, but there's not. And it does it look. I mean, it's not like any machine I would ever see would cut.
Actually, Allie, do another spot hidden for me as you're standing
Sure.
there, hovering over it.
That's a 10. So that's just a hard for me, but
It's using your medical knowledge and your observations. There's more that you can tell by looking at the hand. This was not the hand of somebody who did a lot of hard labor. You don't see, with a stick and you flip it, there's no calluses or anything on the fingers. There's no, the fingernails are well manicured. This was somebody who
older?
wasn't a fish. No, like maybe, in his 30s at the most, 30s to 50s, somewhere in there.
We didn't notice Mr. Fishburns' hand missing, did we?
No.
All right. Yeah.
So what I'm saying is it's probably not
Yeah.
a fisherman or somebody like that. There's no rope burns or anything wrong with these hands. These were,
I'm starting to think that theory of ours, the frat guy theory might be close to it, because this is like a rich man's hand. This is not a working man's hand. These are, there's no callus. There's no, it's not like any of your hands, I would imagine.
Yeah, but I still don't get the bucket thing. I mean, if you need to get rid of a hand, you're next to Lake Superior. You can just literally pick the hand up
one of them
and throw it in the lake, and it's gone. Why would you just put a kid's bucket on it?
Maybe one of the kids had the bucket and found the hand and put the bucket over the hand. I don't know.
One weird kid.
We got too many variables.
Yeah.
I mean, a bright red bucket, it's like a beacon saying, like, there's something here.
Yeah, so someone might have
Such
put
a
it
weird
there.
thing to do. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been the kids just wanting to. Yeah, maybe.
Well, shit, as long as the cops don't think we did it.
Of course not.
Yeah, this happened.
Well, I mean,
this was a week ago.
Yeah, we just got here last night.
I still think we should have taken that ring.
I look over at the hand. Is the ring still there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If you want to touch that nasty thing, you can. But
Well, I'm just thinking. I mean, we all know how much tuition fees are, and the car's busted, and there's a gold ring there.
Phil is real thrifty. You might be right, Phil.
I don't know about that. I mean,
You always have good ideas, except when you hang out with Nate. But other than that, you have really good ideas, Phil.
Yeah, tampering with evidence certainly seems like a good idea.
Yeah,
Come on,
real
Jojo.
great
Yeah.
idea.
Oh, we should have done it before Fishburn turned up. I guess it's too late now.
All right, so you guys stand there musing for a bit. What would you like to do next?
I say continue on with our day, like leave this to the
Go and
sheriff.
stay somewhere else.
Does the bucket?
Well, I mean, you're welcome to start walking. We still got another hour or so before the mechanic can show up.
Yeah, well, like severed hands put a bit of a dampener on that on a vacation, don't they? You know.
I mean, that's fair.
Fair, yeah.
Does the red bucket seem like nice, shiny, and new, or does it seem like it's been out for that whole week plus?
Well, it's one of those, I would definitely say it's one of those little kids stand on the beach buckets. So
Is it sun bleached on the one side?
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so
it would take a
I mean,
whole
it takes,
season to do that. So
yeah.
one of those
okay, all right. I'm just wondering, you have a good idea. It might have been the kids. Maybe those two kids might have found it. It might be good to just ask, did they lose their red sand pail? Just keep it simple at that.
Worth a shot. I mean,
We don't want to scare the kids.
Scare the kids. Got it.
No.
Rydell, come on.
Come on. You know, I'm joking.
So I'll go back looking for the kids that came from that cabin that Phil and I passed earlier in the morning.
Okay.
Are they out there playing, or is there anyone
You're
around?
heading back. That's quite a ways. That's all the way across the camp. All right, so you're heading that direction.
Yeah, I'll head that way. I think that's good to find out.
Anybody gonna go with her?
Yeah, I'll go with it.
Okay.
Thanks, Phil.
Like good.
I'll
and
start
then
heading. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So as they walk off, I look to you and I'm like, wait, should we have let the two of them go off together?
We'll all head back as a group then, because we're
Yeah.
Anyway.
Especially when
All right.
kids are involved.
Yeah.
All right, so you're heading across the campground. You go past the playground once again, and you're heading towards cabin 3. And the kids are playing outside. You see them again. The father now is standing out sort of on the porch of the cabin smoking. And you think you can hear the tinkle of dishes or something inside the cabin. He's sort of watching the kids and sort of not watching the kids. He looks like he's maybe in his 40s. And not an incredibly attractive gentleman, just sort of a guy. So he's sitting there smoking as you're walking by. He doesn't make any move to say hello or anything to you as you're approaching.
Oh, hey there. Did any of you lose your sand pail? We found one down there on the beach not too far away.
Hey, why are you talking to my kids?
Did you lose your sand pail? We found them and we just thought it might belong to some kids. We saw you were the only ones nearby.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Stay away from my kids.
Oh, sure. We just wanted to...
Sure, no problem, man. How many hands does he have?
2.
Oh, that's all right. We can cross him off, Mr.
We
Friendly.
found your hand on the beach. Ah,
Yo, do
We
you know
found
anyone
your
who's
kid's
lost
bucket
a
and
hand?
Now
your
you're
hand.
talking.
Hey,
Are the kids missing any hands?
Say, Mister, you haven't seen anything weird, have you?
like you college kids, you college kids and seeing things weird, you're probably on drugs. The wife now steps onto the porch and she's like, she said, Bob, who are you talking to? This woman is a little bit better looking. She's still in her 40s, middle-aged. She comes out and she's got on an apron. She's cleaning herself up and she says, well, hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning,
well,
to you.
We were just asking, we found this bucket and we were just asking, if you lost her, if you seen anything weird lately. It's been kind of weird around here.
No, we don't have any buckets. You mean like a kid's bucket?
Yeah, we found one by the beach, but don't if you didn't lose one, then don't worry about it.
No, we were playing down there, but we don't have anything like that.
Okay.
And the man turns to her and he says, look, I don't want you talking to strange people, especially college kids. She's like, oh, but they're just asking questions. And he says, you heard what I said. And she looks at you and sort of goes,
well, I apologize, sir. Just one last thing, and then we'll get out of your hair. I don't mean to bother you. Say, the clubhouse last night, did you know the people in there? They were acting kind of weird. Like when we went to check it out, it was like they were playing a prank or something.
You crazy college kids, get inside, he says to his wife. Kids, come inside. And they go inside. It's very rude.
like,
Well,
whatever.
that was a friendly guy.
Yeah, friendly is precisely the adjective I would use.
What next?
Well, I don't know. It's what, like about lunchtime or still early in the morning?
It's still fairly early, probably only about, let's say, 9 o'clock.
Well, do you guys want to hike to the south then? Maybe we'll find other body parts.
At least a few of us should be by the cabins within the next hour or so, just in case the
the mechanic
shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should just wait on the hike if we're going to be hoping to meet the mechanic soon.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, and I mean, last time we went for a hike, we found a body part.
So if it's kind of sunny out, then I'll just head back and go down to the beach, bring a nice big beach towel and stretch out in a bikini next to the beach.
Okay.
Hey, Allie, do you want to come down or?
I mean, after all that, I don't know about sunbathing, but sure, I'll come out and sit with you.
Okay. So go down to the beach, kind of the far away from the boathouse hand.
Much farther down the beach.
Yeah, much farther down. Purposely, very purposely.
All right.
I'll grab a book and join her.
Okay, so the two of you lay out some blankets or towels, and Allie, you're sitting there, and Jojo, you're sunbathing. Nate and Rydell, what are you up to? You stay by the cabin?
I mean, yeah, we were dealing with the whole car issue, so might as well just wait for him to come back.
All right.
Yeah. Keep an eye out and see if any cop cars show up.
All right. Wait for Phil to put his ears on. Phil, the girls are going down to the beach. The boys are waiting for the mechanic to show up. What would you like to do?
I don't know. I'll maybe go down to the beach too, just to keep an eye out. Maybe they shouldn't be down there on their own if someone's cutting hands off.
All right. So they've decided to sit on the beach, but far away from the boathouse.
Yeah,
Nate and Rydell, as you are near the cabins waiting, you can't very easily see the parking lot from where you are. If you move over, well, we'll say
We
that
do have the
you-
trail going
right
between the boathouse and the parking lot. So
Well, so you don't see when the cop car arrives, the sheriff's car, but after maybe 20 or 30 minutes, you see a gentleman in a sheriff uniform with Harold Fishburn walking along the path towards the boathouse. Did you want to do anything, or did you want to just watch them?
I'll wave.
All right.
Yeah, give him a nod.
They give you a nod, is what they do. They don't like wave. They walk past. They go down to the beach. It seems like they're there for no more than 5 minutes, and then you see them walking back towards the parking lot. The sheriff has a plastic baggie with something in it, obviously, the hand. And that's that.
He's not going to question us then.
Yeah,
Apparently not.
No statements.
Well,
All
that's
right.
kind of weird, given that we found it.
yeah. Something's fishy.
I think that's Harold.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Seriously, what is that guy's serious BO?
Yeah, that was.
He should use some of his wife's perfume.
What are you
Well-
talking about?
You're down on the beach.
Oh, sorry.
All
Well,
right.
I mean, yeah, go ahead, Tom.
I was just going to say, so if nothing happens, the day starts to wind on, and no mechanic.
Busy day then. Must have lots of customers coming in.
So you find your day is going to waste. It's probably 11 o'clock and still no mechanic.
Probably no point sitting here. Do you want to maybe go grab the others and explore a wee bit more, or
Yeah.
do you want to sit here and chug beers?
I don't know about chugging beers.
Go on.
Actually, well, we could start working on lunch, throwing that together.
Good call. All right, rack up the wee gas stove, like a wee mini gas stove.
Now, the picnic areas all have, barbecue pits.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Okay.
If that's what you were, and you can do campfires and stuff like that.
Actually, if you've Nath, if you've got a spare beer, we can start soaking some of these hot dogs or something in it.
Read my mind. Great
Yeah.
minds think alike. Hot dogs and quarter pounders.
Yep.
All right, make our way out then to the barbecue pits and.
All right. So we'll assume that you're in the picnic area, right behind where the girls on the beach and Phil is. So you can see them, they can see you, and everybody seems to have kind of gotten over what happened that morning. Around noontime, you guys notice there's some man who's walked out onto the pier, and you don't recognize him. He walks out onto the pier and he's looking around. And he looks up the coastline in the opposite direction, and he's looking over at where you are. And as soon as he sees you guys on the beach, he immediately briskly walks back along the pier and starts walking across the beach towards you. This guy looks like he's maybe in his mid-40s. He's kind of unkempt. His clothes are wrinkled. He's kind of thin. And he looks like he's very worried. Like he hasn't slept well. And he's still a ways off, but he's heading towards you. Do you guys want to do anything before he gets to you?
From my perch up by the barbecue pit, I'm going to scrape some
Just acknowledge him.
tooling menacingly across the barbecue pit and glare in that direction.
All right. He comes up and he says, hey, excuse me, kids. Have you seen a woman? She's about yay high, a little younger than I am. Her name is Doreen. Have you seen her? She's my wife.
Can't say I have, sir. Well, why? You look worried. What's wrong?
I can't find her. She seems to have disappeared. I thought maybe she came down here to the beach, but she's not here. She wasn't there when I woke up this morning.
Where'd you last see her?
Well, I think it was last night before we went to bed. Yeah.
You're staying
the
in
night
one
before. But I don't know where she is. You haven't seen her?
No, you're staying in one of the cabins?
Oh, yeah. We're in 8.
Oh, you said either last night or the night before.
Yeah. And he starts scratching his head. Yeah. She's been missing. I don't know where she is. I'm kind of getting hungry.
Yeah, take a seat. We've got plenty on. We're cooking up here.
Oh, I don't want to impose and eat your kids' food. I want my wife back so she can.
Well, listen, if you're hungry, we brought extra, and what we'll see what we can do to help you out. I'm sorry about your wife. You doing all right? You look like you're having some trouble there.
It's just I'm upset. That's all.
Oh,
Doreen.
Yeah.
Doreen. I don't know where she could have wandered off to.
No, we haven't seen anyone.
You'll probably think about Claire with some food in your belly. Take a seat.
Do I hear him call out Doreen from the beach, or have I reached
Well, yeah.
out?
I mean, you're all within 10 or 15 feet of one. Oh, well, where did you go?
Oh, I was just down on the beach working
Okay.
on my tan, keeping my 80 appearance up.
At this point, the girls are on the beach with Phil. You're literally only about 20 feet from the guys who are cooking at the picnic area. So yeah, you guys can all hear this. And he's like, Doreen. She may have fallen into the creek, but I don't know. The creek would have swept her away. I just don't know where she is. And he starts to wander back into the camp, kind of disoriented.
Hey, you sure you don't want a hot dog?
He ignores you and just wanders off back into the camp.
No, seriously, this is getting weird now. I mean, first of all, the hand is weird enough by itself. Now this guy's lost his wife.
Well, maybe we should help him look for her.
I mean, the first weird thing was the whatever happened last night, and now the hand, and now this.
Yeah, might not be a bad idea if we went and helped him. You know,
Yeah,
because,
probably.
This is all getting a bit creepy.
I agree with you, Phil. You're so thoughtful.
Also, we ought to talk to Harold or maybe see about getting to our phone ourselves and see about this mechanic.
Tom, just remind me again. See, whenever we seen the sheriff, did you say we seen a name tag on the sheriff uniform saying Harold Fishburn?
No, you weren't really close enough to see his tag.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, they're not the same person.
Oh, okay. That's all right. I thought I misheard you. That's okay.
No, Harold was walking with him.
I see. Gotcha.
And the sheriff had both hands.
Yes. Sheriff looked like he was close to 60. He was
Every
older.
man we've seen has both hands.
Just want to
We need to start checking women and children too.
Oh, well, no, it was a man's hand. It was a man's hand.
Hey, you never know.
I sort of feel bad leaving that fella to wander about it by himself. Maybe we should, even just to make him feel better, like, you know, walk about with him and.
Yeah.
at
least get a good description of what was her name? Doreen.
If someone will go with me, I'll help look for him. Look for Doreen. But I don't want to do it by myself.
Yeah, I can help.
Yeah, we must. I think we should do that because I don't know. I've just got a funny feeling about this. This is like we've walked into an old 80s horror film. I mean,
That's that artist intuition kicking in there.
I haven't heard any loud, overbearing synth music yet, so I think we're good.
Right.
No, this is just me being freaked the hell out. I mean.
All right. So you guys, some of you, I guess, are going to go. Some of you are cooking dinner. Some of you are going to
That's
follow.
not a bad thing. I mean, you know, if they keep an eye out while we're gone in case anyone comes past. I mean,
all right.
Maybe they might have seen her as well. You know.
Gotcha. On wiener duty.
So who's going to follow the man?
Oh,
Jojo and Allie.
I think it was Jojo and Phil.
Girls.
Yeah.
I was also volunteering.
Okay.
But, yeah.
All right. So Rydell, Allie. Was I right? Was it you, Allie? Were you going?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Rydell, Allie, and Jojo follow the man. Nate and Phil, you guys are continuing to cook and or relax. So you follow the man. Do you want to catch up to him or just follow along behind him?
I'll catch up to him because I'm going to let him know we're going to help him.
Yep.
When you come up to him and come into his view, he immediately turns to you and he says, "Oh, hello. Have you by chance seen my wife? She stands about this tall. Her name is Doreen."
Oh, don't you remember us, mister?
Doreen.
You explained that back at the camp. We were eating hot dogs.
And he
We'd love to help.
No. There were a bunch of kids on the beach. My wife's not one of those. She's wandering about here somewhere. I'm sure of it. I just don't know where she's been or where she's gone.
Sir, do you remember what year it is?
What year it is?
Yeah. Or do you have the day? Or do you have what day it is?
It's 2002. That's not important. What do you think? I have Alzheimer's or something? Don't be silly. My wife's around here somewhere. Doreen.
Are you staying at one of the cabins here, mister?
He's like, I'm in cabin 8. By now you're like right near cabin 8.
That's right next to our cabin.
No, you're on the other side of the playground.
Oh, we're 9-10.
Right.
Oh, so 8's across the way.
Yeah, it's across the playground.
He says,
Well, we're here at cabin 8. You want to maybe she left a note or something.
Oh, maybe she left a note. So he goes up and he opens up his cabin door and walks inside and starts fiddling around, walking around, leaves the door open.
All
You
right,
guys
can I,
wanna
So I'll
can I
go
walk
up to the
walk
door.
up and look? Yeah.
Yeah, you can see that there. Well, do spot hiddens for me.
Hey, that's a pass.
Complete failure.
No.
Well, Rydell, you notice some things. There's definitely some indication that two people were staying here. And there is a little sort of unfolding triptych picture of him and a woman sitting next to on the nightstand next to the bed.
Does she stand about this tall?
Well, she's a little picture. Other than that, the room's a mess. Bed hasn't been made. There's stuff strewn around.
Okay, not like it's been tossed, but
Not like it's been tossed, but like completely unkempt. There's
Okay.
dirty clothes on the floor. The bed hasn't, like I said, the bed hasn't been made. There's food wrappers on the floor. And he looks around. He starts picking up food wrappers and looking at them. And he's like, no, this is not a note. No, this isn't a note. And he says, damn the water, he says. He says, the stream must have taken her away.
The stream?
Yeah, she fell in the stream. And I tried to get to her, but she got swept away. But she's a good swimmer. I know she can get out of the water and get back.
What
where's
stream?
this? Where's this stream?
Yeah, we should go back there and look for her there.
He's like, no, she fell into the stream.
There's no
stream. Is the stream north or south of the campground?
He's like, I don't know. It was just there, and she fell in, and I was chasing her, and then I came out onto the beach, and you were there, and I think it happened yesterday, or maybe the day before.
Huh.
How many days of food wrappers are spewed across the cabin floor in there?
Quite a few. It looks like they're pretty well in the cabin.
So
Like
it looks
maybe
like
they've been here for a few days.
But it's just tons of wrappers everywhere, like he's not been cleaning up for days.
Or more importantly, she hasn't been cleaning up for days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this sounds like it happened a while ago, not just, oh, I wonder if that's her hand. Well, no, but it looks like a guy's hand. Well,
yeah.
Allie, do you think you could look at this guy to make sure he's not,
Let me double check. I'm a medical student, not a psychology student.
I mean, check him for a concussion or something. I don't know.
Sure. Does it look like he's got maybe anything like that, or?
I don't do anything with squishy science.
Do a medical roll.
Okay. Nope. I don't know.
He doesn't seem to have any physical injuries, except maybe some minor cuts and scrapes, but that could be just from wandering around.
Yeah.
Ooh, could I do a psychology roll?
You can all do psychology rolls if you want
to.
to.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at that. That's what I'm all about.
I'm not even sure you need it, but.
All right,
so man, I'm so good at psychology.
Yeah, Jojo, he seems out of it. Possibly that he has recently experienced a traumatic experience.
Yeah. Got pulled away
he's disoriented, and you look around the cabin, and you're not so sure that there was ever anyone else in here with him from the looks of it. Certainly not a woman to take care of him.
Is there like women's clothes, underwear, anything like that, perfume stuff in the bathroom?
Well, are you going to search the whole cabin?
Well,
while
I'm
you're
not
in
going to
there?
like search like the FBI,
Okay.
but I'm
Well,
going to
in that case, yes,
search.
yes, you do find evidence of a woman being there. Probably Doreen.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like a woman's. Like, it doesn't look like anybody has kept up the space. Like, he doesn't seem the type.
Not for a few days, not maybe for a week.
I wonder if we should. So I say in a hushed voice to Rydell and Allie, like, I wonder if we should check with the Fishburns to see how long he's been checked in here.
We should go ask Harold.
Maybe.
Yeah, Harold.
Yeah, Harold.
Come now, Jojo. Keep it together.
All right.
You realize he smells like a,
Manly.
didn't think you liked the smell of fish processing.
All right. So the three of you head towards the reception area. And you step inside, and Harold is there behind the desk. And he looks up at the two of you ladies, and there's just something really rugged and natural about the man that you find very attractive. I'd like you both to do power rolls.
Oh, shit.
Oh, geez. 99. So failed.
Well, I got a 16.
All right. Well, Allie, you find him very attractive. Jojo, you find him almost irresistibly attractive. Like sneak around behind the background. What can I do for the three of you?
Well, it seems that the sorry. It seems that the resident in cabin 8 has misplaced his wife, and he's not doing so great.
He
He's
looks
kind of
at
wandering around.
He looks at the record book and he says, "That's Mr. Derek Juarez.
How long's he been here?
He checked in 3 weeks ago. He's actually due to be leaving today or tomorrow."
Anybody come in with him?
I just have his signature here.
Yeah, nobody else came in with him, or?
Well, they could have. They didn't come into this into the reception.
Is there a creek anywhere nearby?
A creek?
Yeah.
No.
Huh. Weird.
I mean, like a little spring or a river. No, nothing like that nearby.
Yeah, you mentioned a creek.
I mean,
Weird.
if it rains, sometimes we get some, runoff. But no, there's no creeks. Hasn't rained for 3 or 4 weeks. Why? Why do you mean
Well, he seems not himself. A little out of sorts.
Well, I'll check on him. I'll make sure he gets his things in order. And
Yeah.
Some people maybe I don't know. I can't comment. I have no idea.
Do you need a hand around here, Harold, with anything? I could stay and help.
I'm sure he's fine. Let's go.
Yeah, Jojo, I think you forgot. I mean, don't forget. Remember, we had we had dinner cooking. You were gonna eat.
Yeah, let's go.
Remember? Yeah.
Let's go see how those hot dogs turned out.
Sorry. Maybe
Phil,
later, Harold.
Phil and Nate were waiting for us. Phil.
Yeah. Oh, Phil. That's right.
Jojo.
Bye, Harold.
You You notice that he sort of gives you a very pleasant smile and a bit of a wink. Kind of enticing. There's definitely that sort of stare in his eyes, looking into your eyes, that you feel like you've made a connection with Harold.
Do I take a power roll to see if I leave?
Well, I'm gonna grab your arm.
Well, if Allie's going to take you, then
Yeah.
Allie, you're not
Okay.
surprised because he's very attractive.
Yeah,
man.
I'll probably
But-
like come and grab her arm and just sort of smile at him and be like, "Thank you, Harold," and sort of be like, "Come on, Jojo."
Come back anytime.
Okay, will do. Come on.
Say
Sure.
before you go, folks. Where all did you come up from? What college?
What college did we come from?
I don't know. Michigan State.
Do we
who knows?
do we know? Do we remember?
Yes, you do. of course.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, Michigan State. Why do you ask?
I'm just curious. We don't get too many college kids up here. It's been getting a little slow over the years. We're not as popular as we used to be. Y'all got families at home?
Yep.
That's good. Brothers or sisters, family, uncles, aunts.
Yeah. Anyway,
Family.
nice talking to you.
When do you guys got to be back?
Well, we got class next week.
Ah, okay.
But
Couple
got
days.
time. Yeah, a couple days to hang out. I mean, we're more concerned getting our car fixed right now. But
So this was kind of an impromptu get away from school, have some fun.
yeah.
A little bit.
All right. Well, y'all have fun. And sorry about the problems. By the way, the sheriff got the hand, and
Yeah.
he's gonna.
Did he say anything about it, or?
He told me that about all that he can do at this point is to check the rosters and see if there's anybody who's been murdered or lost a hand, or he
Huh.
says it's probably gangland or maybe gangster related. And he gives you girls a smile. And Rydell, you just find him creepy as fuck. All right. And
Yep.
Oh, did you hear back from that mechanic?
no, actually, I haven't heard back from him. I'll give him another call.
Oh, thank you so much, Harold.
Thanks.
All right.
All right. I'm getting hungry. Let's go.
Oh
So
yeah, food.
y'all head back. And unless there's anything you want to do, you eat. And I'll just say it now. Obviously, this is going to go past 8 o'clock our time. I had no idea how long this would actually be, so hopefully it'll be really cool. All right, so you guys head back to the picnic area. You eat your picnic. The afternoon comes. Still no mechanic. It's maybe 4 o'clock. Sun will be going down in a couple of hours. You guys want to do anything else? You're just going to relax until nightfall.
I'll go out, I guess. Hey, Allie, do you want to go out strolling in the night, gazing at the stars?
Sure, Jojo. Yeah. That sounds like fun. Any of you all want to come, or Rydell?
Yeah, I can tag along. What
Nice,
about you
guys.
guys?
Are there locks on these cabins?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to know.
All right.
Yeah, we have keys, one for each cabin.
Be nice for a night stroll.
Sure.
Fresh air. Thinking about hair. I mean, just yeah.
Through the course of the day, as you're walking about the campgrounds, one thing you notice that we haven't mentioned yet is near the clubhouse, there is a swimming pool. There is a sign on the gate that says closed for the season. And you can see that the pool is dirty.
Like gross, dirty, like no way in hell I'd want to swim in it, or it's just got some leaves floating on top.
You can see leaves floating on the top, and it's pretty black.
No big.
So there's probably mold growing in it. You also notice towards the back of the pool there is a little pump house, and there are pieces of the pump laid out on the grass, as if somebody has been in the process of repairing the swimming pool pump. So there may be a problem with the pump, and that's why the pool is in bad repair.
But the pool, the water is black, like super dirty. Like that doesn't happen quickly. I mean, it slowly gets that way if neglected for a long time. Right. Yeah. Near the water surface on the sides, you can see it's green, and then it just fades to black as it goes down. So it's probably pretty moldy and algae infested. Oh yeah, hasn't been used in a while.
Could I possibly roll a biology to see if this is like natural or if it's odd?
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
I got a. Oh no, that's just a regular. I got a regular success.
Yeah, I mean it's not unheard of. If you don't circulate the water in a pool, it turns stagnant, and eventually it gets mold. And if you're not putting any kind of chemicals in it, then it's just going to turn into a nasty pond.
But that's not like for a few weeks being broken.
Correct.
That's a few months.
Your guess is that it hasn't been used in a long time.
Yeah.
It's in the same sort of disrepair as everything else in this park.
Aren't we in late spring? So this should be what they'd want to keep this up and running during the time we're here. So this seems really odd that, oh well, maybe they don't have the money for it.
I just wanted to mention it because it's the only thing we haven't really looked at on the map. Okay, so we're going into the evening. Other than eating, which you guys do, and maybe building a campfire, what would you guys like to do around the camp?
I think we were going to go for a stroll.
Yeah, these are really good hot dogs. Thanks, Nate.
Be sure to shoot.
Cheers.
All right. So you stroll about the camp, and how long are you going to stroll? I mean,
45 minutes.
About 3 stroll units.
3 stroll units.
Stroll unit.
Have we been to the southeastern picnic area?
Oh yeah. I don't think we've been there yet.
What a good idea.
All right. So that's a little loop of a path. You head out there, and it takes you not too long to get out there, but once you're out there, it's a pretty wooded area. You can barely see the road, which is sort of down the hill from where you are. There are trees all around you. There are a couple of picnic tables and a couple of barbecue pits, but very badly neglected. Lots of grass, lots of weeds growing up. Some dried areas that are kind of unpleasant. And as you are walking around, there doesn't seem to be anything in particular over here. It's fairly plain. If you're searching for something, there's nothing over here. But you relax, I suppose. You sit down, you enjoy the evening, the stars come out, the moon comes out above, and you eventually get tired of talking, and you end up walking back to the camp. So as you're coming back to the camp, it's now later in the evening. And as you're walking along the path and you're looking up ahead, you can see that once again, there seems to be something going on in the clubhouse.
Maybe we should sneak up this time.
Okay.
All right.
Maybe.
So on this side of the clubhouse, there are some fairly large windows, and the windows they have kind of heavy curtains over them, but there are places where there are cracks in the curtains, you know. So with a little, you know, standing on your tiptoes and looking in the windows, you might be able to see. I'd like you to all do spot hiddens. We'll assume you're all trying to peek, except for Nate, who has decided to wander off into the water.
I got a 19, which is a standard.
Okay. Jojo
I
got
have a
an 08.
92.
Yay!
Allie?
Yeah,
I failed.
Okay.
out of my non-enhanced spot hidden, I actually made it.
Well, we'll say that Allie is standing next to Jojo, and Phil is at another window trying to peek in. Nate is standing over by Rydell, refusing to look into the windows because, well, maybe he will look after all. We'll find out. So Nate, everybody is trying to peek inside the windows into the thing. Go ahead and roll a spot hidden. See if you make it.
I'm currently staring at the wall in between windows.
I rolled a 2.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
All right. There seems to be a party going on inside. You can see there are a number of people. They're chit-chatting with one another. Some of them are dancing. Nate, the window that you're peeking in, there is a man and a woman. They are sort of in the cubby where that window is, and they're passionately kissing one another. They're making out. And you can see that you can hear there's music playing, and you can see these people moving around. But Nate, you got a 2. So as you're looking and you're noticing these two people kissing, the man who has his arms around the woman, his hand has a mark where a ring should be. You can see that the ring is missing. And with the score that you got, the hand itself looks very familiar. You'd say it's a dead ringer for the one on the beach. It's nicely manicured. It's a man's hand, a little hairy, except the ring is missing. The more you look at it, the more you're convinced it's the same hand.
Oh wow. I lean back out and I throw my beer can off. That's enough of that for me.
Nate, you throwing a beer away?
Is there going to be like a sanity roll for that?
Yeah, do a sanity roll.
That's a fail, 55.
All right, do a 1D. Well, just a 1D2.
1d4 and half then.
Yeah.
That is a 1. No, that's a 2. So 2 sanity damage.
So you jump back and gasp, and the rest of you notice him do that.
Nate, are you okay?
Is everything all right?
Keep in a hushed voice.
What'd you see?
Shocked that Nate would throw a beer away.
What's going on?
I'm not one for superstition, but I'm certain I just seen a ghost. I'm like trembling,
Oh.
and there's probably other colors drained from my face.
What'd you see?
I saw a man with a hand with the ring piece missing, and it was identical to the one we found on the beach.
Do I see that with my 08 as well, or that just
You're at a different window, but you're welcome to
Oh.
go over and look in the window that Nate was looking in.
Oh no, I'll keep back. I don't want to risk.
I'll look in the window.
All right. You see the same thing. There is a man and a woman. They are kissing passionately. And they continue to kiss passionately. And you see exactly what Nate was talking about. There is definitely a mark on the man's finger where the ring should be, but there's no ring.
Huh. I time it. Do they come up for air?
They don't. They continue
Weird.
to kiss passionately.
Huh. Your ghosts have a lot of stamina.
Oh, tell me about it.
Do we recognize any of the people in there? Can we
Should
see
we-
any of their faces?
Should we
Yeah, you
tap
can
the
see
window and see what happens?
You can see their faces. They all seem to be in
Yeah,
a
that might
kind
be a
of
good idea.
pleasant ecstasy as they're dancing around. And, I mean, some are dancing, some look like they're eating. But Jojo, since you asked, do another spot hidden for me.
Sure.
What are the rest of you doing? Allie, Phil.
Darn it. Nope, fail.
After about
I'm
5
gonna-
minutes of being a voyeur, if no one stops me, I'm gonna tap on the window.
I'm sorry, what did you get, Jojo?
Fail.
Okay. So Rydell, you tap on the window. No reaction from the two inside. They're just passionately
Maybe a
kissing.
couple of us stay at the windows and the rest of us go through the front door. See what happens.
Sure.
Also,
Well,
One
proof
stays
in
at the
theory.
window. Two
Yeah,
people go to the front
let's-
door,
yeah.
and 2 people go to the back door?
I'll stay at this window and watch.
Okay.
Maybe Harold will be in there.
Maybe.
Is your nose work at all?
So
All right.
who's going to the
What-
front?
Yeah,
who's
all right,
going to-
all right.
yeah.
Let's do this because I mean, yeah, I want to know what's going on here.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So who's going to the front door?
I guess Rydell and I. You want to go to the front, and then
Yeah.
you two can go to the back.
All right.
That'll work.
Yeah,
Rydell and Allie go to the front. Nate and Phil go to the back.
Sounds like a plan.
Phil and Nate, you step up onto the porch to the back entrance, and you immediately realize that that particular door is locked.
all right. That's not a problem. I'm more interested in seeing if anyone comes out through that door
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
than getting in it.
All right. Rydell and Allie, you walk to the front door, and just like the night before, you open up the door and start to step into the lobby. And when you do, there is this bizarre sort of furniture moving sound, and the lights go off, and everything goes dead silent except for one noise. Jojo, you are staring through the window, and there comes a moment when everybody in the room suddenly freezes in their place for just a split second. You see one of the women reaching for the light switch, But before she hits the light switch, it's as if everyone in the room deflates like they were balloons. And the lights go out and you scream. Do a sanity roll.
Oh, 05. Sorry, pass it.
Oh, you passed. Okay. Do a 1d4.
Jeez, god damn, that's kind of spooky. Whoa, 3.
All right, 3. But you
3,
still
but-
scream when you see all of the people in the room deflate. And you all hear her scream. Nobody comes out the back door.
They deflate like into husks, or they deflate into nothing?
It's like they all of a sudden collapse as if they were all inflated balloons. And you see them go about halfway down before the light goes out.
Oh, that's creepy as hell. What about the couple that was right in front of me at the window? Do I get do I see where they go? Do they seep through the cracks in the floor?
It goes pitch black the second the lights go out. So you
just
you
right
see
inside.
them drop and then
Okay.
lights
Oh,
out.
jeez, that's creepy as hell.
Oh, I think as soon as that we hear that scream, I'm running around to the front.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Same.
Jojo.
Okay. Jojo's on the side.
Yeah,
looking in the
I'm
window,
probably
right?
starting to run to the side at this point.
Yeah.
And you see Jojo backing up away from the window. And
Jojo, what happened? Are you all right? What's wrong?
They disintegrated. They deflated. They were like balloons, and they all caved in on themselves as the light went out. It was horrifying.
Hold
They
on.
weren't ghosts, but they were just meat puppets.
Calm down, girl. Slow down. They deflated? What are you talking about?
They just deflate. They just shrunk in on themselves into nothing, and now they're gone. It was horrifying. I swear I wasn't smoking any of Nate's stash.
Jojo
All
is trembling.
Yeah.
Huh.
Uh,
I'm gonna go in and turn on the lights and look around.
Yeah, I'll follow Rydell then.
Just like the night before, there's nothing.
I'll be consoling Jojo.
Are there any
all
gaps
right,
in the
it's all right.
floorboards?
It's all right.
The floor is wood. I suppose there are some gaps in the floorboard. Do a spot hidden for me though.
Both of us?
Oh, that's
Well,
actually-
Rydell was looking for something. On the floor.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
That's actually a pass.
There are heating and air conditioning vents all along the side, but other than that, no.
Nothing that would facilitate creepy balloon shenanigans.
Mm-mm.
Okay. If I go all the way through to like the back door,
Right.
are there any side rooms or?
There's a little kitchenette area. If people want to make coffee and a refrigerator and stuff like that. There's a sink and like a little prep table. That area actually does have some tile, and there is a drain in the floor. There's also a bathroom inside the building, which is similar.
Okay. Can I look at the other light switch?
Sure.
Is there anything different about that?
Nope.
Okay. Beats me.
Did we all hear the furniture moving in here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
heard it again. Yeah.
There's
let's-
not much furniture in here.
Can we look and
Dead.
see what furniture might have moved?
Yeah.
Well,
that's what I was thinking.
there's a couple of folding chairs over against the wall, but they're folded up. There's some folding tables that are not open. All there to facilitate anything anybody needs, but You didn't notice whether any chairs or tables or anything were open while people were dancing. All you saw were people dancing and making out.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you want to flip that light switch over there, see if anything happens.
Yeah, I'll flip whatever light switches are in the off position to see if anything changes.
Nothing. Lights go off and on as you flip the switches. You can see that there's like a boom box over in one corner. That must have been where the music was coming from.
I'll go over and have a look at it and just see if there's anything that sticks out to me.
There's an old cassette tape in it of music, which you imagine is probably the music that you heard.
I pop it out to have a look at it.
Yeah.
Anything fancy about it?
No,
No.
It looks like it might be actually a what do they call it when you made a cassette tape for your friend?
Oh, a mixtape.
A mixtape. There you go.
Yeah,
maybe
I'm just being too paranoid. But
well, I mean, we all saw what we saw.
It's definitely one to take off the bucket list of seeing something paranormal.
Now, why didn't we hear like a deflation sound, like
Well,
or is that just me with balloons?
I don't know exactly.
Now that you say that right, Del, it wasn't unlike a large canvas being dropped on the ground. A large, heavy canvas being dropped on the ground that you might have mistaken for furniture as it scraped on the floor.
Got it.
We didn't see any large canvases in there, though.
Well, none of you saw anything except JoJo. So what do you want to do?
Yeah, for Galt, it's like after seeing all that, I think we're all a bit shook to the core.
I might go for that bourbon now, Nate.
What if we go back to one of the cabins and hole up for the night?
Yeah, that sounds good. We'll get JoJo some of Grandpa's cough medicine.
Sure.
I think that's a good idea.
At this point.
And maybe shifts. Maybe sleeping shifts?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, did you have a look around in there? Is there not some other way out that?
No, it's the front door and the back door. Back door was still locked. We went in the front door.
There's a cassette player, a kitchenette.
I mean, someone could have run out when we were checking on JoJo, but we would have heard it. The floor's not quiet.
It's almost like it was an after image of something that happened before.
Maybe.
But that hand, that's unmistakable.
All right. So as you go back to your cabins, as you're walking down the row heading towards your cabins, you notice Harold and Janice Fishburn. They're walking on the path. It looks like maybe they were going to head to the beach, but they see you and they wave, and they turn and they start heading towards you instead.
Okay.
Boys, do a power roll.
Let's see.
94.
That's a fail.
That's an 89.
You all fail.
Hey, Janice is a babe.
Janice is
Ew.
incredibly attractive.
Gross.
And girls do a roll.
11. Stalwart.
Jeez.
I'm too busy. I'm too busy looking at Rydell. I'm about to slap him on the backside of the head.
Oh, I make it! Woohoo!
Yay.
Success by
Going, girl.
1 point.
Girls, you're a bit distracted by Janice.
Ew.
It sort of pulls you away from looking at Harold, though Harold is very attractive. And I think I'd like to give you this because of a spot hidden. You start to think from the way they're walking, they don't look like they're not acting like a couple. You just suddenly get that impression that they're not a couple.
I wonder if they're brother and sister.
I wonder if
That
they're
would
swingers.
mean Harold is free.
I wonder if they're swingers.
Well, they come up to you. How are you kids doing tonight? Quite a day, hasn't it been?
It's definitely been quite a day.
She says, well, I hope you're enjoying yourselves, despite the
Definitely.
hand on the beach and the...
It's a little excitement.
It's like we've all forgotten about it.
Well, you'll be glad to know that Mr. Juarez left, so we won't have him wandering about making problems.
Yeah, how's he doing? Is he?
Well, we think that maybe he didn't come here with a wife. Maybe he lost her. She may have died, and he was just sort of a tragic gentleman. We didn't really recognize it when he first got here. But so where y'all? You're all on like spring break?
Yeah.
Of our own devising.
Well, that's nice. What are y'all studying in school?
Oh, different things.
Well,
Languages.
Medicine.
medicine.
I'm studying fine art.
Wow. Well, those are really amazing qualities.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You
I'm a physicist.
all of you begin to get the very strong impression that Harold is flirting with the girls and Janice is flirting with the guys. You can all roll power rolls again.
90.
53, so I still succeeded.
69.
56,
No.
I passed.
Succeeded this time again.
Okay.
I mean, I'm the only single one here, so I mean, you can fight for yourselves.
Did anybody pass with a hard or better?
Nope.
No, not this
Barely
time.
passed.
Last
By
time,
only
yes,
one.
not this time.
So nobody's hard? No.
Wah, wah.
Dun, dun, dun.
And who failed? Rydell, you failed? And Nate. Nate and Rydell, you are incredibly attracted to this woman, and she is flirting with you. And you definitely could think about a three-way with her. Only because it's her. You guys are all feeling very strong sexual urges towards these two, although at the same time you are feeling very strong sort of animosity towards the member of the same sex. You're very confused. What would you all like to do?
I think I need to sit down.
Any park benches nearby?
No, there's no benches nearby.
Oh, gonna have to walk in a way to conceal it.
Your cabins are nearby. Since that's where you were going anyway.
Oh,
yeah, Jojo.
Passing POW by one. Is that not enough? Is there still a strong pull, or?
Yeah, I mean, there's still a strong pull.
So I dare to ask.
Wait, I'm sorry. Maybe I misunderstood. Jojo, are you saying you got a 1?
No, I passed only by 1.
Okay.
I got a 64 out of 65.
Yeah, you still feel it, but you're not out of control.
Okay.
Those of you who failed it, you're a little out of control.
I'm like glancing between Harold and Rydell and Harold and Rydell. I'm like, Rydell, if you don't cut this shit out, we are through. You understand?
What? What shit?
What? This shit. What? Don't act coy. You're giving eyeballs to any attractive lady around. And before this trip, it was JoJo. Now it's this lady.
Listen, Rydell, I think me, you, and Miss Fishburn should really go somewhere and talk this out.
Oh, talk the Fuck it.
Perhaps.
Now, I'm sorry. I just want to make sure you all understand. We're not married. We're brother and sister. We inherited the place from our father. So we're not above having a little fun now and then. If y'all are interested.
I look over to Phil and see what Phil's doing.
This is all going in a really weird direction. I mean,
I agree.
What the fuck is up here?
You said direction, right?
Janice says to you, Phil, she says, "Oh, honey, there's nothing wrong with this. It's all just a little bit of fun. I'd like you to do a power roll again, Phil."
13 that time.
Wow.
Is that a hard?
It's gotta be.
No, that's 1 point short of hard.
Do you want to spend a point of luck?
Yeah, I'll spend a point of luck. Yeah, I'll do that.
As she's saying that to you, you feel this sort of wave of desire rush over you, but then something happens. You sort of think, I need to pull myself together. Something is wrong here. And when you do that, Janice is not quite as attractive as you thought she was. She's a little more like him. She's kind of got a stubby neck, and her eyes, her mouth are kind of wide, a little too wide, kind of predatory. Something feels really wrong. The rest of you are still somewhat enamored of the opposite, and they're propositioning you at this point. Would you like to have some of that kind of fun? You can all go back to college and you'll not have to worry about.
Oh yeah, spring break. You coming, Rydell?
Rydell, I swear. Just look at how disgusting her dress is. You're really gonna give this up for that?
We're just going to talk. Something wrong with talking. right?
You know what? All right, fine. You can have your one little time of fun, but our relationship's over, Rydell.
Guys, there's something really fucking screwy going on here.
Yeah, there is something screwy going on here. Like we're just gonna go off and.
No, Rydell.
I mean,
listen.
you can come.
Listen
You
to
can
Phil.
come with us. We're just gonna talk it out.
Listen to Phil.
Yeah. This is not good. This is weird, man. Because like the more I look at her, the less attractive she is.
Well, perhaps Phil should just go to bed.
Perhaps we should just leave.
Yeah, what was your name again, honey? Allie?
Yeah.
You're a very pretty girl and a girl studying medicine.
Just
Do
like
a
looking at his.
Do
Oh,
a
damn
power
it.
roll.
Can I look at his wife? Can I look at his wife to get a bonus? Or sorry, not his wife. Can I look at his sister?
You want to get a bonus?
Yeah, I'm just like I keep looking at her.
Are you speaking in Pig Latin when you say that?
All right, let's see. Oh. All right.
Oh, a floor roll.
Yeah, right. Ooh.
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be some sort of bone.
That's
Of us.
81. I'm gonna spend some luck, I think, here. So it won't. Yeah, I think I'm gonna spend. Where's my power? We'll spend 11 luck, sure. Go to 33.
Are you going to get a hard by doing
No,
that?
just a regular. I'm just gonna make regular.
There's no point.
Okay.
He is very attractive and very alluring, and oh my God, the way he smells so manly and attractive. So Nate and Rydell seem to be being led away by Janice.
Guys,
They're gonna
this
go for-
is absolutely fucking nuts. Like, you know, like why are you suddenly acting like this when, like, dude, your girlfriend is over there? Like, this is what the fuck is going on here? What?
Yeah,
What
Rydell,
are
your
you?
girlfriend's over there.
What was that, Nate?
Oh, I was just saying, yeah, Rydell, your girlfriend's over there.
Is she? It sounded like she dumped me.
Yeah, that's right.
So it sounds like Rydell especially is going to go off with Miss Fishburn, and Nate is going along.
Guys, I don't think it's a good idea.
Mr. Fishburn turns to you ladies and he says, "How about you ladies? Are you interested?"
I'm just like looking at him, looking at Phil, and then looking at them leaving and him and Phil.
Yeah, I'm looking to Phil, and since Phil.
Don't look at him. He's not interested. Why don't y'all just come with me?
I don't know. Phil's a pretty smart guy. He's thinking something's not right here.
Yeah, I mean, he is our friend, and I mean, you're awful handsome. We did just meet you. If you know anything you can say to us, you can say to Phil.
Phil seems to be uptight.
Look, I'm not uptight. I'm just getting a very, very bad vibe.
Well, then go to bed, Phil. Ladies, you want to come with me?
Ooh. Phil.
Do you want to make another power roll?
Dang.
Yeah, but I think that you're resisting, so I think both of you can do a power roll with a bonus.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here.
Say.
Oh shit. 97. And and then 07. 007.
Got 33. So
Phil's right. I don't feel right about
that is a hard. That is a
I'm
hard.
going
All right.
with Phil.
Both of
I'm
you
going with Phil.
both of you, this enamor starts to wear off. He's being kind of rude to Phil,
Yeah.
and
Don't be rude to
you
my
start
boyfriend.
to
Well,
notice it too,
boyfriend.
that his neck is kind of thick and his eyes
Ew.
are a little too bulgy and his mouth a little too wide, and his smile is a little more predatory than it is pleasant. What does he want to do with you? Why is he trying to lead you off?
Well, you're just being gross. I'm going with Phil.
Oh, you're not going to be uptight too, are you, honey?
This doesn't seem right. You seem like you're not quite a good person.
Yeah, this is something. You're right, Phil. Something's off here. I think we should try to get our friends and go.
It's not for everyone. Fine. Have it your way. Enjoy your evening. And he starts to walk towards the beach. At this point, you don't know where Nate and Rydell and Janice have walked off to. What do y'all want to do?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Right, it was kind of a transitional thing for me. So, but I mean, I know that like Nate was your friend, right, Phil? I mean, do we care, or should we try to?
Well, they're just going to have some with that woman.
I don't know. It's something. I think you're right. Something's up here. I mean, how could they not smell her or like see her dress? This thing was disgusting.
Phil, you start to understand exactly what they're talking about.
And I don't know that that Harold, he seems so handsome, but I don't know. It was like I saw him in the light out here, and it's different now.
Yeah, he's like totally like, you're right. He was all Mr. Handsome and all, but in the light, he's like grody to the max, all toad-like.
Are they doing something to us?
You might be right, Phil. Because I don't see how we could have seen them any different than the toady, gross selves that they are. What's going on here? This place doesn't seem right. We should get Nate and Rydell and get out of here. Or at least,
that's what I'm saying.
At least hang out in the cabin until the mechanic comes.
I don't think he called the mechanic. I think we need to get out of here, and we need to do it ourselves. We're adults. We got to take initiative.
But not in the middle of the night. We should go back to the cabins and wait till morning.
I'm not sure Nate and Rydell have till morning.
Well, we should go after them. I don't know where that Harold guy went, but the three of us should stick together and try to go after Rydell and Nathan.
Yeah, I guess like we check our cabins, some of the nearby ones.
At least
place.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, we shouldn't let them go off like that. That's not cool, man. There's something going on here. I think maybe we've been drugged or something.
I think you're right. I'm
That
going
would make
back to the
sense.
cabin and getting a flashlight.
All right. Are you all going back to the cabin?
Yeah, we're gonna stick together, check the cabin first.
Yeah. All right. The cabins are in the same order they were in. Okay. You can get flashlights.
All right, let's go. Did we see which way they went?
Not really. I mean, okay. You were kind of distracted and angry.
Yeah.
And they wandered off.
Maybe check their house next.
Their cabin next to yours.
Yeah, and then if they're not there, check the other cabins, I guess.
Okay. So you are in. You ladies are in 10, and cabin 9 is where the boys were. You checked your cabin. You checked their cabin. Is there any other cabin you want to check? There's
The
11 and
Fishburns.
12.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to go to their house?
Yeah.
No, that's probably where she went. I mean,
Yeah,
if they're
that's-
not in the cabins, they're probably.
Well, it's definitely where Mr. Fishburn went.
And maybe I guess we'll check 11 and 12 then.
All right. They're both locked, but do
Do we hear anything? Like, if we put our ear to the window?
Mm-mm.
All right, so no one's here. If this isn't, let's go to their house. That's where that woman like took them.
All right.
Let's go.
All right, but if we're going to their house, I'm going to look out for just like something I can pick up, like a sturdy stick or a bit of pipe or something, because this is all getting a bit fucking odd.
All right.
Like they've like drugged us. If they're like drugging us or something, this is not cool.
You're right, Phil. So
All right.
I'm sticking right by Phil's side.
Yeah.
I'd say we can get them back, right, and then just like hunker down in the cabin and then just try and get out of here in the morning.
All right.
You know,
So-
and just even if we have to walk out in the morning and get a tow truck to come back and get the car, we should do that, because this place is just fucking nuts. I don't want to stay here anymore. I've had it with this place.
All right.
Agreed.
It's just too weird.
So you guys follow along the path. Are you trying to be stealthy?
Yeah, probably.
You're heading
Little
towards
bit.
the house.
Yeah, I think that-
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So you're sticking to the trees. You come to a point where there's a break in the trees, and you can see their house, their cabin. As I said, it's larger than your cabins, obviously, because it's an actual residence, but it's still one story. And you don't know from this distance whether there's anybody in there or not, but you can assume that at least Mr. Fishburn went in this direction, so he's probably in the house. What do you want to do?
I don't know, Phil. Maybe you should go first, because that Harold guy seems to have a weird effect on Allie and me.
Yeah, or maybe we should just listen at the windows, see if we hear them inside.
Okay. So you're lurking around outside, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, trying to peer in, listen in.
Okay. So as you're lurking around, I would like you to do spot hidden rolls.
Okay.
I got a 17. Says a regular.
Okay.
Complete failure.
All right. So as you're lurking around outside, how about you, Phil?
Oh no, 86.
Okay. You're lurking around outside through the weeds and stuff like that, but Allie gets like a little view through a side window into the depths of the house. And you see Mr. Fishburn, and he's standing in one of the rooms for a few minutes, and you see him sort of bang on the floor. And he does this a couple times, and you hear him yell out, "Bobby Joe." It's like, "Bobby Joe." And there's nothing for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden there's a person standing there, and you're going to do a sanity roll for this, because the person just came up from below and inflated in front of him.
Okay, what is that on a pass?
1d4.
Okay. It's me 2.
Oh no, I failed that. What's a fail?
Oh, I see this too.
Well,
Even
actually, Allie was the only one looking at it.
Oh right, okay,
So,
sorry. Okay. You.
But Allie suddenly jumps back when she sees it, and the two of you see this also. You see
that?
You see her jump back.
What's the matter, Allie? And I look back at what Allie's looking at, like trying to see what she's scared of.
You can see Mr. Washburn in there talking to some man. You've never seen this man before.
He just inflated out of nowhere. It was like he wasn't there, and now he is.
That's like what I saw back at the other building, only the other way.
And Jojo, as you're watching, if you are watching, and
Yeah.
Phil, if you look also, you suddenly see the man in front of Mr. Washburn deflate and
Oh,
disappear.
Oh.
And you can do sanity rolls as well.
I've seen that before, but still, yeah. Oh, hey, made it
that's
20.
I passed that time.
20,
Right.
so D4.
So 1d4 if you pass. Now I'll jump back to the other two, Nate and Rydell. You guys walked off into the woods with Janice, and I imagine at this point you're putting your clothes back on after having some fun. And she thanks you and wanders away back towards her house. And you guys are kind of exhausted and you don't quite remember exactly what happened, but you think you had sex. You're pretty sure you had sex.
Mandatory douche high fives.
Yeah. We should probably get tested, right?
Maybe?
And
Definitely.
you probably start wandering back towards your cabin. You probably also start to come to the realization that the girls are going to be really pissed off at you.
Sorry, Rydell.
Hey, she dumped me.
That's
so
true.
Now I would like Allie, Jojo, and Phil to do stealth rolls because you're lurking around outside the house.
Really?
Janice is heading back towards the house.
A pass. A nice, solid pass.
I
you're muted.
I failed, unfortunately.
I have also failed.
Oof. I can't help that.
Luck rolls if you want, or luck. I mean, luck to
I
down.
don't have enough luck.
Okay.
Or wait, actually, I do. Would a majority succeed 2 out of 3? Because I could spend. I could spend all of my luck but 1 point.
No, it is what it is.
I could
Okay, I
spend
failed.
28 luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
rather than waste the luck, as you guys are hiding there, Jojo manages to get a little ahead of you. She gets around behind the house, but you two, the Allie and Phil, you see Janice walking up the path towards the house, and her ugly yellow dress seems to be a bit rumpled, and but she seems to be in a happy mood. But she sees you, and she says, "I see you back there. What are you up to?"
Where are our friends? That's all. We're just looking to get our friends.
By now they're back in their cabin.
Okay. Sorry to bother.
And she looks over at Phil. How about you, Phil?
Oh, let's go.
And
Let's go. Let's
it's-
go.
Yeah, sorry to bother you. Yeah.
Let's go.
This is fucking creepy.
Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's get the guys and go.
All right. So Allie and Phil, you guys have been seen. So you guys start to make your way back out again. Joe, you're still hidden. What would you like to do?
All
Nobody has noticed you.
as Allie. I am kind of curious as to what's going to happen. I'll stay hidden just a little bit longer to see what Janice does, and then if nothing too suspicious, I'll run after Allie and Phil.
Okay. Jojo, do a spot hidden roll.
Oh, darn it. No, don't see anything.
Okay.
Or, yeah, I really fail. Almost. Actually, more than twice my spot hidden roll.
Okay. So you are hiding around behind the house, and the windows in this part of the house are off, so you can't see into the house.
The lights are off?
The lights are off in this part of the house.
Yeah, got it.
So you don't see anything. But you're pretty sure the windows are open.
Huh. That is weird. Well, before I run off, where did Janice go?
Janice went into the house.
Okay, so I'll just sneak up to the window, the open window,
Okay.
and like try to listen in or peek in, not standing way noticeable, just a little bit over, looking in, listening, and then if
Okay.
nothing, I'll just run after Allie and Phil.
Okay, do a listen roll for me.
Ooh, what is that? Listen. Ooh, I made it. Yeah,
Okay.
success.
You hear her come in. You hear him say, well, you look like you're in a good mood. And she says, well, if it takes, our problems may be solved. And he says, well, we'll keep our fingers crossed, but we might want some reassurance on that if we take the two. I can do my work to see if I can get it to happen. A little bit of assurance. And she says, well, maybe. He says, I've set up Billy. I've set up Bobby Joe. We'll see if we need him. And you can do a sanity roll.
Geez, 26 pass, solid pass.
All right, so you don't freak out, unless you want to freak out, but you don't lose control of yourself, so you don't scream or.
So I'll just sneak back and then head out, but not super quickly. I want to still be stealthy, kind of quietly just go after Phil and Allie.
Okay. So Allie and Phil, you're wondering where she is, but she suddenly comes running up behind you.
They were talking. I heard Harold and Janice, what they were talking about in the house, and they seem to think they've done something to Nate and Riddell, and then they're going to be. They won't have to worry, but they might have to. Harold might come after us and try to do something weird just to make sure to have certain assurances. I don't know what they really were talking about, but it sounds like they had done something already to Nate and Rydell.
Let's just.
Is this some kind of cult?
Yeah, let's just. This is fucked up. This is fucked up. We got to go check to see if they're back at the cabin, and then we got to get out of here. Maybe get some help. I mean, this is getting serious.
I hope they're okay. I wonder what Janice did to them. I mean, I know what they did, but what's going to come of it?
Oh, I've got just such a bad feeling about this.
All right. You guys get back to the cabin.
I wish I'd done shop when I was at high school.
You guys get back to the cabin, and you find Nate and Rydell in fairly decent moods, drinking beers, maybe smoking. and giggling to one another.
Okay, we need to go now. We're leaving. We're walking out of here. We gotta go.
Yeah, I'm with Ali on this. Yeah.
Or wait, or damn it, it's still pretty dark, isn't it?
Yeah,
Well,
it's
you're
the middle of the
you're at
night.
the cabin.
Right. I mean, as soon as we can, we are leaving.
First thing in the morning.
Yeah,
Maybe if we did shifts, but I want to go now. We can't walk down the road in the middle of the night.
I don't think leaving now in the middle of the night's a good idea. I think we should just lock our cabin doors, and then in the morning we head out of here first thing once sun comes up. All we have to do is just wait out the night.
Well,
Yeah,
I think we should do
maybe it's better if we can see where we're going.
watch in shifts of 2.
Yeah, and there's still plenty of coffee left. I'll get the coffee going so we won't fall asleep. So
you guys seem pretty spooked.
You don't know, Rodell. Like Janice was saying, talking to Harold, like she had done something to you. Like she might have given you some sort of weird disease. I mean, you guys might have had fun. I get that, but I think she has some kind of bad disease, and she might be spreading it on purpose.
Either that or she drugged you.
Well, it did say to go and get tested.
Yeah, when we get back to home, you guys have to get tested.
Okay.
Harold said he was probably going to try to get some more assurances that the spreading or whatever they did, he might try to come for Allie and me.
Well, we can just lock up in here and hopefully nothing will happen.
I guess.
So I go back to the kettle, make sure the coffee's good and strong for everybody.
All right. I would like you all to do. Let's see who has the worst luck.
55.
I have 35.
Mine's currently at 43.
58 right now.
All right. So Nate, do a luck roll.
Let's go for it. That is that's a fail.
Okay. Are you guys all staying in the same cabin now?
Yeah, I think so.
Currently,
We're doing
yeah.
shifts and drinking coffee. Yeah. Shifts of 2.
All right.
At least.
Yeah, if we're in the boys' cabin, then I grab my little satchel, like I did a quick little move in.
Okay. So you guys are all in the same cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Cabin. Let's take a look at the map here. See, cabin.
9 was the boys' one.
Yeah, let's do 9. 9 looks safer. 10's at the edge of the woods. I want to be closer into the camp where more lights are.
All right. So you guys are all bivouacked there together. I should mention that there are 2 windows and a door in the cabin. Are you going to sleep? Are you going to take shifts? What are you going to do?
I'm going to take the fire poker from the fireplace in our cabin, in the girls' cabin, and I'm going to bring it with me to the boys' cabin where I'm hunkering down for the night.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should do shifts of at least 2.
Yeah.
Good
idea.
I think we saw a phone in the office, so we could always try that tomorrow morning, or just try walking down the road at this point.
Yeah, we'll do one step at a time. Let's get through tonight. Get coffee. We've got 2. We should have 2 fire pokers, 1 from each cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Where did you say you last seen Hard?
Back at their house.
I'm pretty sure there's a phone in reception, which isn't their house. Is that right?
There's not
Yeah.
a phone in the reception, but you know that he called when he went into the office.
Yeah.
Hmm. So you're
So, yeah,
thinking?
Yeah, let's just get through tonight.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry. Did you say you were going to take shifts?
Shifts
or-
of 2, yeah.
All right. So who's taking the first shift?
I'll take the first shift
okay.
with the poker.
All right. So Jojo, you're
yeah.
staying up. Who's staying up
Yeah.
with you?
Oh,
Yeah,
Phil.
I'll stay up. Yeah.
All right. So Phil and Jojo stay up. Do a whoever. Which one of you has the worst luck between the two of you?
Mine's 58.
I'm 55, so I
All
think
right.
that's...
So Jojo, you do a luck roll.
Ooh, 16. Nailed it.
All right. So nothing happens on the first shift. How late is your shift going to go?
Oh, probably what, 4 hours?
Yeah, 3 or 4 you would need to do.
Yeah,
All right.
we'll do 4 hours.
So we'll say it's about 2 in the morning when you wake up. Allie and
Rydell?
Nate and Rydell.
Well, yeah, Allie and somebody.
All right. So the three of you, who has the worst luck? Is it Nate?
Oh, maybe Nate should stay asleep. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I have the worst luck.
All right. Nate, do a luck roll.
I rolled a 100.
Oh, shit.
Good. Okay. So as the three of you are there and the other two are sleeping, you suddenly get the feeling that the cabin you're in is making an odd creaking noise, as if the whole cabin itself were shifting just a little, as if something very heavy was up against the wall of the cabin and causing it to shift just a little in one direction. It's very unnerving.
Am I going crazy here, or is our cabin
No.
moving?
It's moving.
That's odd.
What do we do? There's something's obviously pushing it.
Wake up the others, maybe?
Yeah.
Do we hear anything aside from the creaking?
Well, maybe some scraping on the side of the building. Something is... It almost sounds as if something has thrown a tarp over the back end of the building, and that it's slowly rising up to the roof.
Okay, what side are the windows on?
The sides are on the front. The windows are on the front
Okay.
of the cabin.
And the scraping's coming from what
From the
side of the
back.
cabin? From the back. Great.
Yeah, I think wake everybody up.
I think we need to run. There's no... I don't think there's going to be any other option here. I think we need to just make a bust for it.
And what, for the road?
Well,
Yeah,
hand
because
me one of the fireplace pokers.
I toss one over to Rydell.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the front door, unlock it, open it, and creep around the side and look
Yeah, I'm already getting the other two
to
up,
the corner.
by the way, is what I said.
Yeah.
All right. Rydell, do a stealth roll. Who else? Was it you, Allie?
No, I was just saying I'm waking the others up.
Okay.
Wake up, Jojo,
What?
Phil, come on. Someone's moving the
Allie.
cabin.
What's wrong?
Something's moving the cabin.
Moving the cabin.
Rydell, did you...
I'm subtracting luck to make it a success.
All right. You go down the steps and you start to move over towards the side of the cabin. Do a spot hidden for me.
That's not a pass. Nope.
Nope. All right. So you start creeping along the side of the building, and just as you get to the back corner and you sort of peek your head around like this, you're not exactly sure what it is you're looking at, but it looks like there's a big, gigantic wad of clear plastic, like that, or maybe it's got a tinge of green to it, but it's like that slime stuff that kids play with. And this is a pile of that stuff about the size of a Volkswagen bug, and half of it is climbed up onto your seat. It looks like the Blob from the Blob movie. And as you see it, it suddenly starts to have tentacles that reach out, and they're coming towards you. Sanity roll.
Okay.
96.
Not great. That's a fail.
Okay. So do a roll a 1d8 for sanity for seeing this.
All of us, or
That'll be 3.
Whoever has walked out of the cabin and looked.
I'm
That'll
still
be
inside
3.
with you, Ali.
8.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm telling Nate and Jojo it's about time to run for the road.
Righto, what did you get?
3.
3. Phil, do an intelligence roll. Rydell, you
Don't know
yell.
why I'm even bothering with the dice rolls I'm getting. So
Well,
tell you what it's going to be.
just keep failing.
93. Oh, 93. I have.
Yeah, just keep failing.
I have failed my intelligence roll.
So you lose the 8 points, but you don't go insane. Rydell, you lose 3 points, and you hoot and run away from the thing. Those of you who are coming out of the cabin, you see Rydell suddenly bolt, like he's seen something on top of the cabin.
Time to go.
And Phil is just shaking in his boots.
Well, where's Phil? I run up to Phil. Phil, what's wrong?
I don't know, but Rydell's running. Let's go.
But Phil.
If you look back at the cabin, you see this thing writhing on the top of the building like the Blob.
Yeah, we need to run away, and we need to do it right now.
What was it on a pass?
If you pass 1d6.
Okay.
Oh no, that's a 94. That's a fail.
So I got a 3, and I am urging all my friends to run as I am running.
So that's a 1.
Let's go.
Sanity loss. Oh crap.
Yeah, I follow them all out sprinting.
All right, so this is really bad because this totals a negative 10 sand loss I've lost so far. 5 now, and 5, a 3, a 2, and a 5. So
yeah, I am running towards the road out of here.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
Okay.
I guess
how about you, Nate?
Check?
Yeah,
yes, do an intelligence check, Jojo.
I was as soon as I heard the commotion, I was sprinting. Just as my initial plan was just to bolt out of here.
All right.
So my amazing intelligence score 46 out of 80. So
you passed. Roll a 1d8.
Another 1d8. Okay, yeah. You got it. An 8. Oh, I'm glad that wasn't the sand, at least. Red mist with a fire poker.
You got the red mist.
Oh shit! But I don't think I have the fire poker because
do a Do a 1d4. It doesn't matter. You attack with your bare hands.
1. Do I attack this?
It says that you attack your surroundings. The door, the wall, the floor, the trees. You just immediately start attacking.
So I'll just start flailing myself against
Right.
the cabin that I'm standing next to, beating the thing.
But it also
Yelling.
means you're not running away. Nate, do you ever look back?
If I hear the commotion of
I do
someone
too.
banging on the side, I would look back to.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you look back, what you see is this horrible blob-like creature on the ceiling, on the roof. It's climbing down now the front of the, it's flowing down the front of the cabin. Jojo is there flailing wildly at the wall, at the porch. She's kicking the flowers. And this thing just moves down and completely envelops her. She disappears from view.
Jojo!
You then, Jojo, I didn't say you were dead.
Oh, good. Whew.
You see the thing split in 2 pieces. The larger piece is now flowing onto the ground and moving towards you rapidly. The piece that broke off, you can see Jojo inside of it, sort of floating in this goo, and it starts rolling towards the Fishburn house. And she's still flailing inside.
Do we see Rydell at all still, or?
Where did
running.
Rydell go? Well, you
running.
guys are all running for the road.
Yeah, Phil and Rydell were running, and then Nate and I are a little behind because we glanced back. Yeah.
All right. You are all running for the road, which is very easy to find. But this thing is following.
Oh, fuck.
And it's gaining momentum as it's coming. So I would like you all to do a, call it, I guess, a luck check at this point.
On final luck check.
Hey, I got a 7.
No, that's a fail.
40 is a plus.
My luck is 43. I rolled the 44.
Spend some luck to make that. Oh, wait.
That's not how that works.
All right. The thing is starting to barrel forward, and it's moving very strangely. It throws out tentacles forward and grabs the ground and pulls itself faster and faster as it's going. It catches up to Nate, and one of these tentacles swipes Nate to the side, and Nate goes flying. Nate, do 1d8 damage to your hit points.
Oh, that's 8. That's 8 points of damage.
Okay, so you take. Does that kill you, or?
It brings me to 3 hit points.
Okay, well that's still not bad. You get thrown to the side. You get knocked to the ground. You're beaten and possibly have a broken leg or a broken arm, but you're alive. Allie, the thing flows up behind you, throws itself forward, and you suddenly find yourself enveloped in this kind of jelly, and you're struggling, but you can't quite struggle. And at that point, you can sort of feel that the thing breaks away from the other large mass, and you begin rolling, almost like you're doing cartwheels. You begin rolling back towards the Fishburn house. Phil and Rydell, you continue to run down the street for maybe 10 minutes until you're completely exhausted, and the blob is following you, but it's itself slowed down. If you continue forward at a certain point, the thing will just give up, turn around, and go in the opposite direction. It's a long way to civilization. Do you want to stick to the road, or do you want to go through the woods? Or
I'm not going in the woods. No way am I going. I'm staying on the road. We'll get to lights soon enough. We'll get to some lights.
Right. So
Do we go back for him?
I think it's got them. It's got them. I think it's got them. We need to run and just go and get help somewhere somehow. We just have to keep going. If we stop, it'll get us. It'll get us.
So morning comes, and you are still walking along the road, miles away from getting to any place. Up ahead of you, coming down the road, is the sheriff's car. And he sees you, and he pulls over to the side of the road and gets out and starts walking towards you. Boys, what are you doing out here?
There's something going on up there. There was a thing, like some sort of, I don't know what it was, but it came after us.
Have you boys been doing drugs?
No,
Nope.
we haven't. We haven't touched anything at all. We maybe had like one beer.
All right.
Fishburns are doing something weird over there.
Yeah, there's something very, very wrong going on up there. They've got our friends. They've done things to our friends.
All right, well, let's go take a look. Why don't you get in the car?
I don't want to go back there.
Look, if your friends are in danger, we need to go back there and get them.
Okay, well,
Get in the
I'm not sure that you want to go up there.
get in the back seat, and he pulls his gun out and points it at you. Get in the back seat. He's going to try to
fuck this. I'm going to run into the woods.
All right. He's going to fire.
Opposite direction, running.
Do you want to? Well, you're not going to fight back. Obviously, you're going to dodge.
I'm going to run and dodge and zigzag.
All right, roll your dodge.
Okay. My dodge is not good. No, 40 is not bad. 94.
Yeah.
I dodge into the path of the bullet.
He got a 16.
Oh, bugger.
What is it?
Probably a D10 plus 1 or a D10 plus 2 if it's bigger.
8 points of damage.
Oh, I've just taken half my hit points and damage there. That's a major wound.
He starts heading over towards where you are.
Fascist pig.
Can I turn around and well, I'll have to run up and get closer. But I'm gonna try and ambush the cop.
All right. I'm not sure there's any place you could ambush him, but if you've turned around and you're maybe running through the woods a little bit to get back to where he is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, that's going to take you a couple of rounds because you ran in the opposite direction. He comes up to Phil. He cuffs Phil. Phil's bleeding, and he's like, "God damn it, college kids and your messes." And he drags you back to the cop car, sheriff's car. I keep saying cop. He's a sheriff.
I had on the other side of the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
shouting out something that sounds a lot like Muddy Funster.
All right. He kind of tries to haul you up and throw you in the car. And you're at a disadvantage because you're bleeding rather badly. And he's like, I'm gonna have to get somebody to clean this mess up afterwards. And once he's tossed you in the car and slammed the door, he's like, now where's your friend? And he starts to walk in the direction that you ran. So you're now behind him.
I'm gonna try and cold clock him in the back of the head with the fireplace poker.
Oh, okay. So since that's a surprise attack, go ahead. That's a brawl.
Oh. Is that advantaged or not?
I don't understand. Oh, I'll give you a, I don't know. I'll give you a what's it called? A
Bonus
No.
dice.
a bonus dice. There you go.
Okay, that's good. Because I definitely needed it. That went from a failure to a... Okay, that's a hard pass.
All right, let's call that 1d8 plus your damage bonus. If you've got one.
All right. Big money. Come on, big money. Ah, 5 points of damage.
Yeah, so-
Rolled a 1 on the D8.
Okay. You hit him pretty hard right across the back of the head. And he goes down onto his knees. So he can't immediately retaliate. It still gives you the advantage for the next round. So what do you want to do?
Second verse, same as the first.
All right. He's going to try to dodge.
That's a hard.
He actually got an 04. So that's an extreme. He brings his hand up and blocks your hit. So you don't hit him in the face. But that's all he did is he dodged. He's going to try to pull his gun and shoot you.
Fireplace poker.
Okay.
I cast fireplace poker. All right, I dare you to dodge that shit.
What'd you get?
A 1.
Okay, yeah. He got a 72, so he fires
My
over your
10
shoulder.
die.
He
Yeah, my
fires
10 dies really liking rolling zeros. So that's good.
So bring that 1d8 plus damage bonus down on top of this.
It'll be 8.
You kill him.
Okay.
The hook of the poker goes right into his skull.
All right.
Now what?
So now we have a gun, a working vehicle, and a slightly bent fireplace poker. And a dead cop. And a wounded guy in the back seat of a cop car. Okay. I'll see if I can tend to fill it all.
Yeah, actually you would have done 8 plus 8. So yeah, you would have done 16 points of damage. Because you got a 1. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, no, that would have been a. Does the damage bonus double as
Yeah,
well?
you killed him.
Yeah.
Overkill.
'Cause I've got a D4 as a damage bonus, which is nice. So quick first aid. No, that's a fail on the first aid for Phil.
All right.
Sorry, Phil.
Yeah, there's not much you can do for Phil. He's bleeding.
And
he's not bleeding out. So
yeah. So I'm going to. I'll take the cop's gun, toss it in the passenger seat, and drive back to the thingy.
oh, you're going back to the camp.
Oh yeah.
Okay. About halfway back, you're going to see Nate shaking and trying to walk down the hill. What do? You pick him up?
Yeah, I'll pick him up.
So you don't run him down.
Can we do any first aid on Nate?
All right.
Oh,
Jojo,
hey. Nate get 1 health point back because I actually managed to.
Nice, thank you.
First aid roll.
My arm is only partially broken now.
Yeah.
The boys are heading back to the camp. Jojo and Allie. When you sort of come to your senses, you have been deposited on the floor of the basement in the Fishburn house. It's sort of a blur how you got there. You know you went through the front door, but you were sort of encased in semi-transparent jelly. You seem to think that there were odd body parts all around you. You saw eyeballs floating in the goo and tentacles and fingers and things, but you are dropped on the floor in the basement, and then the thing sort of flows into a drain and is gone, and you are in the dark. Well, it's not so dark, there's a light bulb, but you are in the basement of the house. What do y'all do?
Jojo, are you all right?
Allie, where are you?
I'm right here.
Oh.
What the fuck was that?
I don't know. We need to get out of here and find Phil and the others.
This is some John Carpenter shit, and I do not like it.
Are we strong enough to stand?
You're a little shaky at first, but yeah, you managed to get up.
All right, yeah. So I'll get up, check on Allie, and then look around. Is there a way out?
There's stairs going up to the door going into the house. That's it.
That's it? Okay.
And if you try the door, it's obviously locked.
So I look around. Is there anything like a crowbar or anything like that down here?
There's nothing like that in here. You kind of suspect that there have been other people down here.
This doesn't look good for us, Allie. We should try to find something to defend ourselves with and maybe hide on either side of the door.
Yeah.
I'd like you both to do spot hiddens if you're looking around.
All right. 87 out of 20.
Oh, I got a 7.
Hey, there you go.
All right. So, Allie, as you're looking around, your hand falls on a small but modern type journal.
Okay.
It looks like it's just been sort of dropped or thrown into a corner or something like that. You pick it up, and it's got writing in it, but you don't know who it belongs to.
Whoa. All right. Jojo, I don't know what's going on, but I think we're in some deep doo-doo. I'm just like handing you the little book. I apparently the sheriff's in on it, I guess. I don't know.
This is terrible.
I don't know what the hell's going on, but I know we need to get out of here, and we need to not trust anybody except our friends until we can get away from this place.
We have to get out of here. But how? It looks like the door is the only way out.
I think you said right. We gotta ambush them when they come out.
Yeah.
When they open it.
Is there anything we can use as sort of an improvised weapon, like a table leg or a chair leg, or?
It looks like
a rake?
They've probably made it so that they've done this before.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're not so dumb as to leave something that you can attack them with. Just want to attack them with a journal.
So we were on tables.
No, you were laying on the floor.
Lay on the floor. Oh, so, and there's nothing. There's no boxes. No nothing. Just an empty. Oh yeah, this is just like a cell.
And Jojo, I think I know what happened to our. I know. I think whoever wrote this journal is our friend with who's missing a hand with a ring.
You're right.
Because that ring, and then apparently the magic didn't work.
Didn't work.
They just left his hand.
Maybe it protected his hand, and that was it.
Yeah, the hand that had the ring.
You need a bigger ring. I'm scared. I just want to get out of here. I want to get back to Phil and go home.
Let's hide at the door. We got to be strong.
All
right. So the two of you are down there. The three of you pull into the parking lot. And what do you do?
So Nate's conscious. Is Phil conscious?
Yeah, Phil's conscious, but he's a little loopy because he's lost blood.
Okay.
And Nate, you're pretty sure Nate's got at least. Let's do a 50-50 roll. Whether it's your arm or it's your leg that's broken. You were standing, so it couldn't be your leg. Your arm is broken. We'll just say that.
Okay. So I'm gonna keep hold of my trusty firearm poker or fire poker.
Okay.
Point out to Nate that there's the gun there. Is there anything else in the car?
Shotgun.
Ooh,
That seems
shotgun
reasonable.
would probably be good.
You'll need to take that, as you see, one hand only.
Oh, I'm not good with guns at all.
Yeah, same.
Never shot one.
Shot one in my entire life.
Well,
it should be easy though. Point and squeeze.
I suppose. How do you work this thing? Right, sure. Phil, can you hold down the fort here? Or just try not to bleed out, I guess?
Yeah.
If we can get Allie here, she might be able to help a little bit better. All right, let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So right down the Nate, where are you heading?
Let's head to the Fishburn residence. As sneaky-like as possible.
Sounds good.
Well, there is actually a path going directly from the parking lot to the Fishburn house.
No,
Right.
Stay off the path.
It's dark.
Oh, it's dark?
Well, it's nighttime, isn't it?
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought it was
still-
morning already.
Oh wait, did we get to morning? You did walk into the morning. All right, so there is light at this point.
Okay.
I will say that as you are sneaking sort of through the woods and coming up, you see Mr. Fishburn, and he has lit a little bonfire towards the back of his house, and he is tossing the contents of your cabin, what's left of your clothes and stuff, onto the fire.
Of course. Okay, Nate,
Yeah.
go. You go behind that tree over there. I'm gonna wait behind this tree and make, like, I don't know, a weird bird noise or something. Try and draw him over. And when he gets close, we like shoot him in the knees or something.
Yeah, well, let's try to.
Yeah, that's good plan.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Make my
So
way
we're gonna do
stealthily
that.
over.
All right. Who's making the noise?
I was gonna make the noise.
Okay, do a luck roll.
Oh, that's really that's really bad. No, it's a fail.
All right. Well, you make a noise, and he hears it. And he sort of looks over in your direction, but he doesn't see you. And he's like, if you're trying to sneak up on me, you might as well come out of hiding.
Let's make the noise again.
Sheriff should have been here by now, but no sheriff. Something must have happened. You can't get away, and we can't let you go.
How far is he away?
30, 40 feet.
Okay.
Since there's no use in prolonging this, it's got to be painful.
I'll just make the noise again.
He makes a whistling noise, and he goes, Bobby Joe. And suddenly coming up behind him, flowing around the backside of the house, is this huge mass of goo with tentacles and eyeballs all over it. And he says, I think they're over there. And the stuff immediately starts flowing in your direction.
Oh.
All right.
What
Weapons
do you
free?
Rapid fire, let's go.
Yeah. Shoot the goo.
Yeah, the panic of it, I'm probably going to take penalties on all the shots that I can do with it.
Okay. Go ahead and fire.
You don't forget, you get 3 at penalty then.
Yeah, that's.
So I have.
Yep, none of them hit.
That's a success on the first shotgun shot. Second one would have. Wait, what's the?
I think you have to roll twice, or you just fire both barrels.
Well, it would be a pump action. In the back
Oh,
of
I'm
the-
sorry.
Yeah,
All right.
and depending on.
I think you just get 1 then.
Yeah, I don't think you can. Unfortunately, you can't slam fire. So that's a success.
Okay.
A success.
So you successfully shot him.
Mm-hmm.
There's no point in rolling for damage because regardless of what damage you roll, he only takes 1 hit point for a hit from a projectile weapon.
Gross.
So it just thump, thump, thump into him, whatever you're firing. And he continues unabatedly to flow forward. There's not really any place that you could run, at least not fast enough. You turn to run, he flows forward, and tentacles lash out and grab you by the ankles and yank your feet out from under you. Nate, you are likewise grabbed and pulled back towards the creature. And for a moment, you're held there. And Fishburn walks up and looks down at you. And you almost get this impression that this blobby thing sort of focuses on Fishburn for a moment. And he's like, yeah, they already did their job. We don't need them anymore. The next thing you know is this weight comes down on top of you. You're enveloped in jelly, and you feel it burning your flesh as acid begins to dissolve you. And that's the end of you. 20 minutes later or so, Phil, you're in the car feeling woozy because of the bleeding. And as you look at the window, you suddenly notice this clear plasticine sort of goo come flying up the window, flow into the window, flow over you, and you have the same fate. It dissolves you inside the car. Also cleans up all the blood in the process. Ladies.
Well, that was a really shit holiday.
Indeed. Ladies, it was shit for you. Just imagine what it is for the ladies. Ladies, your attempt to escape is going to fail. And you are ultimately used against your will as breeding stock for Mr. Fishburn.
So I guess you could say that we were the victims of blob justice.
Yeah. All right.
That's
And that
100 sanity loss.
that is the way this story ends for you guys.
No.
So here's what was actually going on. William Fishburn, their father, purchased this property in the 1960s. William was a Deep One hybrid from a colony that lives in the Great Lakes. When he got old enough, he wanted to go back and join his family in the ocean. So he left the property to his son and daughter, Harold and Janice. Harold and Janice actually inherited it in the 80s, and now it's the year 2000, and they haven't aged much, since then. But now the business is kind of going downhill, and they're neglecting it because they really kind of also want to go into the water. So they came up with this idea that they would find some way that they could procreate. And they've been looking for young men and women to either get her pregnant or that he could get pregnant so that they could have themselves some fishy babies. And then those kids could inherit the property from them and they could go. They also had a pet Shoggoth.
That's what I was like, is it Shoggoth, formal spawn? Shoggoth.
And that's Bobby Joe. Now, Bobby Joe was an interesting Shoggoth because over the millennia, he's gotten a little intelligent and he's a little frivolous and he gets very bored. And when he gets bored, he sneaks into the clubhouse at night and reproduces a whole bunch of people that he's absorbed over the years.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And he has a dance and enjoys himself in the evening. And what you heard was him suddenly turning off the lights and going down the drain, sort of deflating as he went. There was a reporter. Now, you could have found the journal in a number of places. You should have found it in you could have found it in the Fishburn house. You could have found it in the office. I just figured you'd find other places because I wanted you to find it.
Yeah.
But that was a reporter who had been looking into disappearances of people that were going on in the area. And he thought, maybe this place has something to do with it. Something seems fishy.
Yeah.
And
Fishy.
once they figured that out, they did away with him. The same that they did away with the guy who lost his wife. They did away with her as well.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, his magic ring had an elder sign on it.
Yeah.
And so when the Shoggoth ate it, it was like the one undigestible bit.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Bleh," like this. So he went to the beach and vomited out the hand on the beach. The bucket was just
Love that.
accidental or haphazard had it landed on top of that. When a wave washed it up or something.
All the effort I put into trying to figure out why someone had put a bucket on top of it was completely pointless.
Unfortunately, too, is it took us almost 4 hours. I am so sorry. I had
No, that was great.
idea.
No problem. That was
I
great,
had no
Tom.
idea it was gonna go so long.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was fun until the acid bath and the awful,
That was
creepy
great.
rape bullshit.
I know, like, I was not expecting that.
Oh, that's just the worst.
That was like the
Could you-
first time I've actually felt gross playing like an
Yeah.
RPG. Like,
Like,
You know-
oh shit, the ladies are in the basement. No.
Oh, not good. Not
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Oddly enough, I think that there might be a couple ways that some of you could have survived. The men might have had a better chance of surviving than the women, because once the jig was up, there was no way to let any of you go.
What
Right.
would have happened if I had stolen the ring? Would it have helped in any way?
Well, it might
Would
have.
the same have happened to me, and just my pocket that had the ring in it would have been regurgitated after I'd been killed?
Yeah, that's the funny thing.
Stuart nailed it exactly the way it's written in here. Yes, it was magical, but the aura of it was only about like this. So
Yeah,
it
'cause
only
there's a famous passage, and I won't spoil where it's from, but there's a famous passage where it talks about how the elder sign, when you get to, as you go higher up, it still works against whatever you're fighting. It's just the area that's covering.
Mhm.
So if you were like someone tiny, like Tom Cruise or Prince, that would cover your entire body.
And just get a really big one. Yeah.
Depends on where you wore it.
Yeah.
You
As a
could
belt.
get
I mean,
an
Prince
elder
could have
sign.
worn it as a belt,
Mhm.
probably.
You could get an elder sign engraved on the back of that clock that Flavor Flav wore.
Oh, that's great.
Could you not just get elder signs either tattooed or carved into you?
You could.
Or then would it be like that Japanese folktale of what's it called, Oshi the Earless, that's in Kwaidan, where he goes to the graveyard every night to play these songs for the dead, and so they can't see him. He has all these sutras, depending on the version you're reading, either written or tattooed onto his whole body, and his whole body is covered in these sutras. And because he's covered in the sutras, the ghosts can't see them, but they forget to do his ears.
oh yeah.
So to the ghosts, he's just a pair of ears floating around the graveyard. So they pull his ears off.
Mm. All right, well, let's finish up and then we can chat.
Yes, that was wonderful.
Our players included John Dos Passos, Brian Daly, Stuart Lively, Nick Swan, and Mark Anthony, with myself as the keeper of the secrets. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members. You can set up a private game, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. There's a link below. We're currently producing up to 4 shows a week with music and sound effects added in post-production in order to create a richer listener experience. We provide audio-only versions of our shows, free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. The cost of all of the show are provided almost entirely by our patrons. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. We have a new patron. Stroll has contributed $3 a month.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. I want everyone
Thanks,
to know
Stroll.
that every little bit helps. So thank you very much, Greg Stroll.
Good man.
Stroll. If you'd also like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 or $2 a month will help us a lot. Find a link in the description below. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answering any questions you might have. This is Tom Rayleigh, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure in the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.